Kenny. From 16 to 65, Kenny Anthony has been a dedicated leader in this country. Kennedy Anthony. Phenomenal.
Has a crappy leader. All he cares about is being leader. Fake with the youth, he just can't tell the truth. Never genuine, party members he buy in. Never cared about solution, just his political future. Now he wants your vote, he's singing every note. Oh, the UWP has a crappy leader. You'll never become prime minister either. Oh, the UWP has a crappy leader. All he cares about is being leader.
Who is Alan Chastney?
Tourism.
Toute la vie ou simple ici. À présent, tout seul regarder pour Jean Micoud.
I live and breathe being solution. Because, I didn't know Micoud.
I've only gone to Micoud South for actually official meetings of the party.
À présent, ou vle koui Micoud. Actuellement, on chanter un l'autre chanter.
I am looking forward to being in Micoud South.
Just l'autre jour, on te ka dit, agricole pas faire pièce science.
Foreigners are not going to come and invest in a farm in St. Lucia. I'm so committed to agriculture that I'm willing to put my own...
That surprises me.
Are you going to be able to draw foreign investment into agriculture? No. I want the people of Micoud South, I want people in St. Lucia, all throughout St. Lucia, to know I am committed to agriculture, golden apples. Foreigners are not going to come and invest in a farm in St. Lucia. I'm not seeing it. And that's all we're saying, is that the choices and the areas that they have chosen to invest in would be different choices that a United Workers' Party government would make.
I've had choices since the day that I was born. There were voices that told me right from wrong.
Depuis nos petits, ils ont toujours dit non pour écouter ce qui est chez nous.
Being handed placards moments before the truck carrying the loud sound system made its departure.
We're basically a conservative party. Would be the Republicans.
Witness.
Why is Grenada just dropped to below $10?
He said a while ago, Grenada's prices have reduced less than $10. That is untrue.
I never said it was under $10. I said it was under $11. Grenada just dropped to below $10.
Gaffe-moi la peine pour tout ça, messieurs, c'est servir Jean cette Lucien pour jeune pouvoir. Écoutez ça qui est chill.
Mama il est bas. Mama il est bas.
Do what is popular.
En rouge.
But a good leader must
en
do
rouge.
right.
Eh bien, nous allons commencer tout à l'heure. M'a dit tout le monde qui est pour le stage là pour monter le stage là présent pour nous commencer at the next 5 minutes. In the meantime, back to the DJ.
Where is the popularity to be gained?
2. Yeah.
C'est l'habitude li. Toujours quoi ça kenem.
600,000. 2.8 billion. 22. 2 billion.
Just lie.
25 EC. 30 or 40 euro.
Ikwe moun kouya.
Mamai Flambeau! Mamai Flambeau!
A poisa in your disip.
Who is going to be my protege?
When I am looking to get investors to come to this country, they don't ask me to speak Creole.
When the political leader sends me and he says, Dominic, go overseas on an assignment, I don't need to be able to speak Creole.
Ebe mili.
50%.
7%.
2%.
6 and 7%.
30%.
2%.
Memba gaila.
Ugo Pon!
Major there. Merkai demo to you.
Zot toule de sa di sa zot vle. Me ou pa kay kene se moun la.
You trickster, you trickster, you little trickster.
"2014 opened with major challenges for the Ministry of Infrastructure, Port Services and Transport, as an unexpected trough of Christmas Eve 2013 ushered in a gloomy festive season, and with it a new year with a long to-do list of infrastructure repairs. In addition to the already unwelcome list provided by the devastation of Hurricane Thomas 3 years before. However, the ministry was more than thankful that several projects which were ongoing during the time of the trough held up against the testy floodwaters, including several bridges, which were themselves replacing structures swept away by floodwaters associated with Hurricane Thomas. Some of those included new bridges such as the Mocha and Deville bridges, but more on that and bridges in just a bit. Despite the daunting task, work to bring the country to a state of normalcy was at an advanced stage, and by January 2014, most roads made impassable by landslides had already been cleared, and the two main bridges swept away by the floodwaters, the Pi and the Canaries bridges, were both replaced in record time, making life far easier for travel in and out of those two communities. The quick response in replacing the two old Bailey bridges with new Bailey structures was made possible through the wise thinking of government to commission the purchase of Bailey bridges in case of such an eventuality.
It also is very good that St. Lucia had the foresight to order these bridges when we did. You may recall that there was a lot of criticism when we ordered them. A lot of people thought that we were wasting money and that was necessary. But again, the foresight of the government of St. Lucia has come to the fore.
The purchase of the Bailey bridges also proved beneficial to sister island St. Vincent and the Grenadines, whose government requested the use of several meters of the metal structure to aid in quickly bringing back an important roadway into operation, since actual construction would have taken a longer period.
We are very pleased to to be able to assist the island. You know, after our event, many countries helped us, and kids, Trinidad and Tobago, many sister CARICOM countries helped us, and we're very pleased. And then we hope that is a sign of the unity of CARICOM as we seek to bring our countries to the next level.
The Minister, Permanent Secretary, and several other technical experts within the Ministry of Infrastructure conducted several tours to communities affected by the Christmas Eve trough after its passage early in the new year to determine the further needs of the communities and to assess the extensive work which was already ongoing. One of the major areas of damage was Ailen, where floodwaters erased a large chunk of the roadway, making it totally impassable. The ministry had to move with haste to create an alternative passage, while at the same time traffic was being diverted through Desruisseaux. A major section of the old airport concrete strip in VA4, eroded as a result of the trough, also got repaired in record time, bringing that part of the road to a point of normalcy. Several schools were also affected as a result of floodwaters associated with the Christmas Eve trough, including the Canaries infant and primary schools, which were worst hit, and the Ancillary Primary School. These and other schools were repaired by the Ministry of Infrastructure, bringing back their operation to a point of normalcy. These were just some of the work being undertaken by the ministry's buildings unit. Apart from the normal repairs done by that unit to various schools on the island, the buildings unit executed major works in Micoud, building a whole new wing, which helped combine the Micoud Infant School with the existing primary.
I feel a sense of honor being here. And I say honor because this is the first public event that I'm participating in since I've been transferred to my new ministry. And it's by no accident, I think, that this sense of honor I feel, because what better project to be part of as a first public event? This project symbolizes or signifies our integral involvement in the building of infrastructure to nurture the minds of young people.
Our children, irrespective of their geographical location, their religious persuasion, their political representation, deserve to be given an opportunity to ensure that they reach their full potential. And the best avenue to achieve that goal is to provide them with a quality education. And that quality education means they have good facilities that are conducive to learning. They have quality teachers, which I have no doubts that they do have. And they get assistance, whether through book bursaries, school feeding programs, and transportation subsidies to make that education a reality.
To cut the ribbon there by declaring open the newly refurbished Grosley Polyclinic.
The buildings unit was also instrumental in the construction of a dental unit for the Grosley Polyclinic. It is another example of how the realignment of the ministry from the Ministry of Communications and Works to its present state has created synergies between ministries in the work of government.
This renovated facility and equipment cost the government of St. Lucia in excess of $200,000. I wish to thank Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Infrastructure and his team, especially as well Mr. Darrell Raymond, for executing this plan so very well.
What we're trying to have a paradigm shift where the ministries deal in their core competencies. So we want the Ministry of Health to see about all the health needs of the country, the Ministry of Health to deal with all health issues and give us instructions in the Ministry of Infrastructure, and we will build for you. we know that you have several challenges in the health sector, and we do not want to add to these challenges. So the Grosley Polyclinic was just another way in which we can work with you so we can improve both the quality of healthcare and we can improve the efficiency in which buildings are made or renovated.
Much of the work undertaken by the buildings unit is complemented by the ministry's electrical department, which was itself faced with major challenges where electrical fixtures are concerned in several schools on the island. As the flagship, the Ministry of Infrastructure, apart from helping restore the country in the aftermath of the Christmas Eve trough of 2013, had several projects working on, which had commenced prior to 2014, including work to restore the Badilil, industrial roads rehabilitation in Fiefor, continuation of works in Antripo and Chabot, and the building of several bridges to complement a list which had already been completed. Three of the bridges under construction were funded by the Bolivarian Alliance for the Peoples of Our America, or ALBA. These included the Demahi Bridge, the Wanye Bridge, and the Guanivia Bridge.
It is a pleasure for me and our government to see the advantage in these constructions because it's very, very fast and you can see the responsibility of the government of St. Lucia because the three builds, the three constructions are very, very developing every day.
We want to thank the government and people of Venezuela because these ALBA funds have helped us tremendously. You know, we have been a challenge now as far as the finances of the country are concerned, and we hope to be able to show to the government of Venezuela that we've used their money wisely, we're within course, we're within budget, we've used their money wisely, and hopefully better things will come from the government of Venezuela.
The ministry was also dealing with other matters as well, including a meeting between the Engineering Association and the Minister for Infrastructure to deal with issues of mutual concern. The ministry also assisted communities with private roads through a partnership that provided substantial government assistance if the communities could raise some of the money to undertake the works. One such community which benefited was the community of Tria Point.
In the budget address, the Prime Minister and Minister of Finance articulated an initiative whereby residents would be able to make a contribution towards road development. And in return, they would receive rebates either on property tax or the income tax up to a maximum of $5,000 annually. The Tuya Point residents are the first group to take advantage of this program. The ministry will provide counterpart financing, and we will seek to do some rehabilitation work in that area, upon which the ministry would adopt the responsibility for maintaining these roads.
This was complemented by several concrete roads built under the supervision of the Ministry of Infrastructure, one of them in the island's north named in honor of a son of the soil. The ministry undertook major works to rehabilitate roads in the south of the island as well, and as a result, the Saltibus Road received major repairs, with the ministry's potholing unit out in full force.
When we came down on the 10th of April, we were supposed to be joined with the guys from the south. But south having to do other little potholing in the area, I decided, we have to give it our best shot. Initially, like I said, 15 days was supposed to be with north and south. But with north alone, I was able to do it in 16 days. So my guy...
commencé business à présent. Et moi, je vais mon petit faveur. Juste venir un petit plus devant. Venez plus devant. Comme si tu hot prestige là. Venez. Nous voulons sentir. We want to feel the vibes. We want to feel your feelings. We are one. We're not like Flambeau. Flambeau divided. They're eating each other. They're pricking each other's eye. We are one. Oh, yes. How... what obedient set of people. Give yourself a round of applause for listening to me. And that is how we do it in Labour. That is how we do it with the Labour Party. And so we begin with the formalities. We shall have prayer, first of all the national anthem, followed by prayer, and Gibo is supposed to give me the person to lead us in prayer. Then we're going to have the party song, and then the first speaker, who I will announce a little later. So, Mr. DJ, play us the national anthem as proud St. Lucians. Let us all stand at attention. Okay, the lady doing the prayer, please come forward, come on the stage to lead us with the prayer. It's not a lady, it's a gentleman who will lead us in prayer.
Good night, everyone. Shall we bow our heads in prayer? Father, we give you thanks, we give you praise, we honor you tonight because you are God and there is none like you. You said in your word, in everything we need to acknowledge you and you will direct our path. And Lord, as we are gathered here this evening, oh God, for this political meeting, God, we pray, oh God, that there will be peace. There will be, oh God, unity in this place. In the name of Jesus, we come against every plans of the enemy. In the name of Jesus, we come against every spirit of accident, every spirit of violence. In the name of Jesus, we bind them in Jesus' name. We pray, oh God, that this meeting will be peaceful, oh God, and it will be a successful meeting. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, my brother, for invoking the name of the Almighty. Without him, we are no one, we are nowhere. My brothers and sisters, I call upon our DJ again to play us the party song.
Yeah.
tonight once again. Bonsoir tout le monde. Je suis content tout le monde arrive ici ce soir, tout le monde arrive safely. Avec nous en Labour Party, nous venons adresser Maman Micoud South ce soir. Nous avons un national meeting. Nous pouvons pas launch par de Ferdinand. Ça va launch nous pas launch. Nous pas launch moun comme ça. Flambeau yon qui ga launch moun qui fait magie, qui fait bêtise. Et in fact, pas même ça launch moun. On seul moun qui launch c'est Chassenay yon qui launch koi. Il met un gros vieux cassoc en l'air, venir faire magie comme si dit Jean Desruisseaux, c'est gens qui ignorant et bien gens qui couillon, qui a dérespecté Jean Desruisseaux. Avec première fois en l'histoire en politique. Mon je vois un homme qui voulait Prime Minister, qui a mis un costume en l'air pour venir introduire quoi. Messieurs, ou même pour dire comme ça, nous arrivons tellement bas. UWP ce John c'est ça y arrivé. Ma comprendre. Mais moi introduce comme moi c'est Harold Dalson. Moi sorti en souffle hier avec c'est moi en rouge. C'est moi qui ai décalé Chassenay dans la dernière élection. Avec moi venir ici pour dire avec pour avertir about ces bagailles la Chassenay te fait souffrir hier. So I got go against it. As I go along between speakers, I will be telling you about some of the deception, the corruption, the deceit of that man they call Alan Chassenay. And so, it gives me great pleasure to bring to you tonight our first speaker. He is coming from Castries, Southeast. Mr. Joachim Henry worked with the SSDF for a very long time. And he has his footprint, his fingerprint in every constituency. Because the work of the SSDF extended throughout the length and breadth of St. Lucia. And so it gives me great pleasure and honor to present him to you to make his contribution for the next 20 minutes. Brother Joachim Henry. Put your hands together for Brother Joachim Henry.
Thank you very much. Good night, colleagues. Bonsoir tout le monde. Why? Moi-même, le monde qui a venu ici ce soir, moi-même, tellement, moi-même, dit, ils sont mieux faire les ouais, autres quoi, c'est lunch là qui ici. Mais même quoi, les lunch là venu, nous avons plus de monde payer ça. Let me tell you, tonight, I am extremely happy to be here. Very, very happy to be here. And I want to tell you something very, very important. I want you to listen carefully. Because my name being Joachim Henry, I was not in any politics until December. I decided to join the Labour Party. For 24 years, I worked in government. I taught part-time at the South-Blanchard-Desruisseaux Community College for 10 years. But I worked with governments, various parties in government for over 24 years. I decided that I would join the Labour Party and to contest the election because I want to make a contribution to my country. Some people ask, why the Labour Party? Well, there was somebody who had their eyes on me before I decided to enter politics. Immediately after the UWP lost the last election, I was called by Mr. Guy Joseph into his office, and he asked me that the party had the interest for me to run for the UWP party. Yes, that may have been a chapter in his book. I indicated that I had no interest, and I left his office. A few months later, I decided that I will join the Labour Party because can you imagine if I had made the decision to join the UWP party, I suspect I would be part of a Roro. You understand? I don't know which side I would be on. That's confusion. Some years ago, there was a UWP party. Plus temps, moi quoi yo ped UWA, et yo te Workers Party, et depuis temps passé, moi yo ped WA, yo pas ka work encore, et celle ça qui était assez pire, mais parti qui était assez pas parti à connaître là, c'est parti means go, allez. Yo pas wete, quittez. Let me tell you something. This party, the Labour Party, I joined is a Labour Party because all of the policies for poor people in St. Lucia was conceived and took birth in the policies of this party. Upani pou fè bagay kwenon, on chay de fwa ek SPS mon gouvernement de le flabo vini ek yo we un bon ide ek yo ka mette la handay ek yo ka point bénéfice li, but the ideas to serve poor people has always been from the St. Lucia Labour Party. Dele nou pa ni djel la han, mais nou ka décider même si c'est 5 go nou ka mette en dan. Fleur boka vini dele yo ka we program nan, yo ka mette $1 million, mais c'est pas yo ni pièce intéressement pour wè des gens pauvres. You see, when they govern, I notice that they govern aimlessly. When the St. Lucia Labour Party governs, there's focus and there's purpose. We deliberately decided to construct and devise a nice program because we care. We came up with the STEP program because the Labour Party concept of caring, we care. We came up with hope. We came up with all of those programs because the St. Lucia Labour Party cares. So of course, as a father with 3 children, a family man, what else should I do if I want to join a party? Papi akiwete la, but the St. Lucia Labour Party is a good party. The St. Lucia Labour Party is a party for the future. If you want to invest and ask your children to join a party, tell them join the St. Lucia Labour Party. It's obvious. Si la teni à l'hôpital pour political party, flabote kaya ICU. Ek by now, si ou e doctor te ka sorti ICU, ite ka secretary they did not make it. Yo te a mort parce que you are mort. Let me tell you something. This is serious business. The St. Lucia Labour Party is here to stay. And you are part of a very good movement. But I want to tell you something tonight, a little about my business in Castries Southeast. I believe it's fair for me to tell you about what's going on in Southeast, Castries Southeast, because I have something to deal with there. And I want to tell you tonight that my opponent, Mr. Guy Joseph, believed that because Joachim Henry refused to participate in dirty politics, that he has a license to say and to go on the media and say what he wants. But this man, he has gone far and he has crossed the line. When your politics start to ignore people's families, when your politics start to ignore maybe what you haven't got, you are crossing the line. And let me tell you, I have grown to be a brave man. I am not afraid of anything, especially when you are representing people. What has happened in Castries Southeast? In Castries Southeast, and a lot of the women here understand what is happening. Uwe de lelani nom, yoni a madame akai. Yo pa melek madame na pas, yo pa ka travay, yo ka kite le bon matin, yo ka fait ça yo ve, le oswe yo ka antwe, ek ou sav le oswe si an different temps. Ek si madame na pa ka d'accord ek yo le oswe, ou ka tan bidi bip. Ça ka continue de le pour check temps juste temps. Un bel nom ka passe bokay like ki di ka di hi hello. Le nom nan ki ka bat madame nan wef, un lot nom passe ka di hi hello, hol koy pa bon. Ça y ka commence faire c'est pour tout qualité mauvais bagay pour dire about nom non parce que ça fait pas bon. But let me tell you, Castries Southeast have been abused, neglected, and because there's a fine man walking in the constituency, Mr. Joseph had to find everything bad to say about me. But let me tell you, in this constituency, there comes a time when you need to make a decision, and the women could tell you, when it's time to leave that man, you leave. Parce que même si vous êtes écrit, il faut même pas la délaisser plus qu'on gagne. D'abord, on 10 l'année pour avoir un là, 10 l'année pour faire ces mains là, 10 l'année, celle ça qui a fait c'est jouer gwende et qui a babé tout le monde qui s'est d'eau ou pas ni pièce ça pour lui encore. And that's why Guy Joseph will go. Because the people of Castries Southeast recognize that I am coming to make a difference. So he can attack him. In this constituency, some people believe that they could come in here and decide that who represents you is their business. Kid-moi de wabay. En toutes ces bails là, nous ni pour wete calme ne kon nous. Nous ni pour calme ne kon nous. Mais nous pas ça perdre ça nous ni pour faire. Ou quoi yo pas vle nous point responsabilité pour ça qui s'en nous. It is your decision to decide who you want to represent you. Personne pas ni choix ou ni. The choice is yours. And you understand that you must make the decision for the future. You must make the decision for the children. You see, when Dr. Kenny Anthony and the St. Lucia Labour Party understand that the world was moving in a direction that if you didn't have the ability to understand how to use a computer, you would have been disadvantaged. The children in Capes State were already using computers like toys in the Brand Fisher Prize. 5-year-olds and 2-year-olds were already using computers. They were buying it like toys. They were playing with it. The St. Lucia Labour Party understands for us to have a society that's equal, where we are more equal, you should have opportunities like those living in those wealthy homes in Capes State. So what the Prime Minister came up with? He decided that every child in St. Lucia must have a laptop. You know why? Because this is the direction the world is going. And if we do not take a decision, those children living in those wealthy homes would outshine your children and would get the best opportunities, and the rest of us would stay behind. Où elle est, moun comme Mr. Chasney ton, tout maman l'école, ka un laptop. En temps qui passe, c'est bagay ça la pas de kay fait. Les mamans yo aller l'école et qui yo assis en souvent, yo de kay ton l'autre maman qui wish ka parler langue yo même pas ka comprendre. Et les yo vini home yo de kay do mommy, what is this going on? À présent, when your child come home and your child say I can Google, ça qui ka peut di Google, Ijou ka di Google, ça qui lance la ka di Google, ça qui Blanche ka di Google, tout le monde à sous même niveau. So the St. Lucia Labour Party is concerned about having a society where all of us are equal. Même si yo kouye nous j'habitation, nous ça comprendre même langue computer, encore ça qui a été capacité. C'est ça Labour Party mêlé puis. C'est problème ni ça pas sans moi. Mais moi kadou là où décider pour vote, allez tout monde ou connaît parler pas encore. Élection qui a venu avec les 6 juin l'année ça là, on y pour voter, on y pour changer ces bagages ça là. Parce que yo kay vlo comprendre ni différentes manières. Yo kay vlo comprendre ni considérer ça pas vrai. Mais l'histoire qui va passer et que j'en dis il ka continuer ou ni pour ay vote. Porter tout le monde kayo qui ça vote. Pas lever quitter personne derrière. Ay vote bonnet. Bonnet pour ay faire parce que Flabo pas préparé et que nous pas ça ba yo en chance pour yo faire pièce contribution parce que c'est Roro qui ni et c'est Roro nous kay toi payer. Finally, my brothers and sisters, the St. Lucia Labour Party is a party where among the colleagues, there's love, there's concern, there's respect. I have experienced it, and I can tell you, the men sitting here, there's love, there's concern, and there's respect. Mr. Ernest Hiller, Mr. Shalry, I was right on my platform having a meeting, and my colleagues showed up without invitation to help. Mr. Joseph tenait un meeting, il parlait, il assise, il prenait 5 minutes, il jouait musique, il vient parler, il n'était pas quoi. The St. Lucia Labour Party, moi quoi, you are Flabo Pedla, we are united. W are your Pedla, we are working. Et puis nous pas parce que nous we are here to stay. Nous pas party. You will cause that to happen. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party. We'll be with you forever. Thank you.
Brothers and sisters, let us put our hands together for Brother Joachim Henry. Number one, for Alan Chastney never to see the corridors of the Parliament of St. Lucia. And for Guy Joseph never to reach close to the Parliament of St. Lucia. A combination of Alan Chastney and Guy Joseph is a poison for St. Lucia. Mama Desruisseaux, Mama Blanchard, Hote aimé Sir John, mais on a dit autre bagage qui fait. As well as Sir John Moore, là yo cremate body, yo cremate flambeau épi. Yo cremate flambeau avec Sir John, avec flambeau mort. Avec flambeau passage jamais ressuscité again. Même si vous mettez en life support, il peut pas ressusciter. My brothers and sisters, Flambeau went on a campaign from last year asking for elections. Call the elections. Call the elections. Can you resign? You want the boulevard la yo match. We want elections. Over a month ago, you petit a whole pays en jaune, flag tout partout. Avec les Kenny announced election, you need to qualité bêtise. Kadi, Chastney à la télévision, Kadi, it's not fair. He's going to file injunction. He's going to go to court. Kennedy didn't observe the law. You know why? Your pair. They are afraid. The Flambeaus are afraid. They are afraid. And you know what they are doing right now? They are destroying. They are creating confusion. They are intimidating us. In Soufre, I put up my flags and posters. And they put all of them down. In Blanchard, in Blanchard and Desruisseaux, they're doing the same thing. They are doing the same thing. Last night, Dr. Kenny Anthony had a meeting in Vieux-Fort, and they were there trying to disrupt the meeting. The only people who will do that, the only set of people who will do something like that, comme si dit, ouais, là, ou ka mort, ou ka fait vous la mort, so ou ka nak vwe coup de poing left, right, and center, c'est ça you ka fait. But do not be intimidated. Pakite yo provoke you into anger. Stay calm. On jeune boug, moi, l'anti place. Allez faire house to house, moi. Even do for moi. If le gourmet avec moi, moi, just tourne de moi, bali avec moi, il fait ça, fait moi. Because moi, savent, ça a été vle, c'est pour moi, te gourmet, puis, avec te fait news. So I urge you, my brothers and sisters, before I bring Brother Musa to the mic, let me say something to you. You see, in this campaign, we all go house to house. And I go from home to home, from house to house, from door to door. Chaque seconde, je dis, monsieur Dalson, je vais aller je vais des canvasseurs avec moi. Avec eux, je vais amener mon père de Kaila. Avec eux, vous voulez parler avec moi. Vous voulez parler avec moi en créole. Je vais parler avec moi en créole. Moi, je sais qui ça chasse les cafés en Desruisseaux. Laissez-moi dire, vous voulez parler bali. Avec c'est en créole, vous parler bali. Moi, je sais qui ça a dit, c'est mon nom. You see, to be the leader of the country, you must understand the culture of the people. You must understand the pain of the people. You must understand the language and speak the language of the people. C'est mon cadeau. Je veux faire un petit parole pour Vinder. C'est l'heure de chasser. Je veux faire un petit parole pour. Qui ça a dit? Moi fâché. Ça a dit c'est mon nom. Moi fâché. It gives me great pleasure, my brothers and sisters. And I will tell you some of the things that you have to guard against. Some of the things that Chasne did in Soufre that you must not allow to happen there. And I want to bring my comrade, Minister for Agriculture, the best, most progressive in the history of St. Lucia. Brought changes. Mene tout kate bagay, tout plan kini, I mene vini en pays. I want to bring to this mic Brother Musa Moses Jean-Baptiste. Put your hands together for the comrade.
Right now, I'm taking it, check my steps, I'm not in a hurry. Soon I'll have the things that I needed so bad. Morning sun rising behind me, stars at nights come out to remind me to give thanks for all of the things that I have. All is well, I've got my health and in such good shape.
We are giving thanks. My sisters and brothers, good night. Bonsoir, frères. Bonsoir, toute mamaï, Micoud South, Micoud North, Vieux-Fort North, bonsoir. I want to say good night to my comrade, Brother Gibeon, Brother Gibo. Bonsoir, frère Gibo. I want to say good night also to the members of the executive. In a very special way, I want to say good night to Brother Cassilayas, our former Minister for Agriculture, and by Brother Kassa Gualame. My comrades, candidates, Prexter. Oswea mani jetan, mais oswea moi vle parler en chai about Brother Gibo ek travail là nous ni pour faire en Micoud South. Ek raison qui nous pas sa quitter Alan Chasne gain élection Micoud South. Moi pas ni temps pour parler about Alan Chasne parce que ou pas sa garder contribution frère Gibo by Mamai en Micoud, Mamai Tirocher, Mamai Angers, et compare ça pour Alan Chasne. Nous pas ça mettre ces deux noms ça là à la même chaude à pièce. Yo différent avec nous kay garder pour qui ça nous ni pour supporter frère Gibo et quitter Chasne koyer. Ou vle di moi autant Mamai Jean Micoud University autant mamay, gens qui te ka planté fig voé l'école, autant faire nous point qu'a voué mamay nous l'école. Nous passons joindre un Jean Micoud South pour monter pour élection. Ou vle di moi, UWP, sans honte, et qu'un siltan comme ça, quand c'est moun Micoud South là, quand tous ces parents qui travaillent ouais de ba fig là, pour voir issue l'école, à university, et nous n'y a chaque Jean University ici. We have young men and women who have represented St. Lucia all over the world, who are well educated. United Workers Party is rude and indiscreet. Pour voir un homme ici qui pas comprendre l'histoire, qui pas comprendre nous, il passe à même parler langage et qui a jump up, il y a un gros côte à quoi dit c'est là il a tiré vaval après carnaval. Oh, enterré vaval. Oh, mais c'est il y a un gros goal, il y a un bougie. My sisters and brothers, on est pour permission. When this man comes to your home and touches your children, you have to be afraid. What is the man doing if a robe like a pope and candle, ek bougie, ek tout qualité vieux l'esprit, ek bay comme ça? You have to be afraid. You should never let this man enter your yard. Never. Mr. got some Dracula. I got to say, Mr. got some Dracula. Ek so ka kite Mr. vin bon la kouzot. This man is creepy. He's creepy. There's something wrong with his brain. You must never allow this man to represent you, my sisters and brothers. Depuis qu'il joue connaît ici, Pito il dit me fâché, il dit me fait cher. Mais c'est pas connaître l'histoire ça. But my sisters and brothers, Lani a shy lot bagay pour dire ça. But the people of Micoud South, it's your pride, your deep pride to see everybody from here who's well educated. Your passage dans mon ici, you ka voyan un bebel job, un popot boué bagay pour vous represent zot. That's disrespect to you. But my brothers and sisters, we cannot compare this man to Brother Gibeon. A teacher, a man of integrity, a family man, a man whom you know, a man who has developed young people in this place, a man with a history. You cannot compare this man to Brother Gibeon. Frère, Flambeau a toujours dit, c'est yo qui gouvernement agricole. Moi toujours qu'a dit, pas quitter Flambeau Kwenezo. Sir John Compton, avant il mort, il a toujours dit, c'est Flambeau qui mène figue en Sainte-Lucie. Yo connaît farmer avec ça pour combien l'année. And I want to say this every time I speak about agriculture. Les Flambeau formés, the United Workers Party was formed in 1964. Écoutez-moi bien. The United Workers Party was formed in 1964. In 1953, écoutez-moi bien. In 1953, almost 10 years before the UWP was formed, the SLBGA had 10,000 banana farmers. So, qui manière, c'est Flambeau qui mène figue Sainte-Lucie. Qui manière? Pas quitter yo kwenon. When Flambeau was formed, the SLBGA already had 10,000 banana farmers. Don't let them fool you. Qui ça yo a fait by agriculture? Ezekiel Joseph Kadou, nous pas faire rien by agricole. Last year, my sisters and brothers, agriculture contributed, the value of agriculture to the GDP increased by 7%. Last year, we sold 11.8% more to the hotels. Last year, the supermarkets purchased 13% more of our crops. Last year, egg production increased by 11.7%. Last year, pork production increased by 10.8%. Last year, my sisters and brothers, we sold more dry sea moss in St. Lucia and overseas. Last year, we produced over 4,000 kilograms of tilapia, more than the year before. Last year, my sisters and brothers, nous aidé coopérative, nous aidé Denry coopérative, nous viewons avec coopérative là, nous établi a National Farmers and Agribusiness Cooperative. Avec à présent, nous avons gardé ces lois, ça nous a créé society. Last year, my sisters and brothers, nous débattons avec Goumen, avec ces gens qui amènent viande chicken à tout en cette ici. Nous avons acheté 40% market share by ces chicken farmers là. Vous savez ça qui fait? Mon quoi aller chasser, venir dans la TV qui a dit, they don't know what they're doing. Nous pas savons ça nous qu'a fait. Avec Adam moun Goumen nous pour nous pas bailler ces farmers 40%. Yo dit, yo kay close down shop, yo kay fait tout bagay. Eventually, the farmers agreed they would move the increase up one step at a time. So right now we have moved to 26.8%. So this government has been working hard to fight for poultry farmers, to fight for small ruminants. Et là, dit small ruminants, nous avons parlé farmers, moutons, cabrit, qualités animaux comme ça. Nous avons travaillé avec coopérative là. Nous Goumen travaillons avec Invest St. Lucia, NDC, et nous jouons 5 acteurs en beau séjour pour ces farmers à la faire caille neuf, by cabrit avec mouton yo. Nous aidons à jouer cabrit avec mouton sorti Australia. 2 mois passés, nous gagnons cabrit avec mouton neuf sorti l'Amérique pour mener beau séjour, pour nous séparer ces was là, pour nous ni primer cabrit avec mouton en cette lycée. My sisters and my brothers, this government has been working hard to ensure that the cocoa farmers of Desruisseaux and Tirocher and Micoud and Belleville, Vieux-Fort North, that they finally find a place to process the cocoa. L'année en place en jet, yo ka kouye the cocoa fermentary. Ou ka tan Ezekiel ek Flambeau ka parle about ça. C'est moi d'où ça qui fait. C'est bouk ça là, hire un contractor pour un jet building là. Avec les yo buy contractor ça la advise. Les contracteurs fait travail li. Contracteur fait travail là qui yo dit faire. Les équipements vini pour aller à building là. Yo pas ça mettre équipement à building dans manière ici posé. Building ça là était là comme ça avec tout équipement dedans et que nous pas ça servir. Il t'a dit pour prendre gouvernement ça là, soit aller en G à présent ou ka ouais nous a croisé dedans building là pour vieux en G pour farmer ça joindre use building ça là. That is what the United Workers Party left for you. Yo mettez pour vite côté là ni pour ni moun ka travail, nous t'a dit pour croiser pour vite, tirer pour vite par là avec vieux en G building là. Et là yo ka dit nous pas qu'à faire rien. Yo quitté vieux mal popté à tout projet yo fait. My brothers and sisters, at the Angers extension area there, l'année place côté Adam Madame qui sort Micoud, Angers, avec différentes places. Yo kouye koyo the Rural Women's Network, the Micoud cluster. Et ça yo fait, Flambeau mettez un bagay en kay là ba yo. Là yo joine dachin yo ni pour nettoyer yon place, mener en l'autre place. Yo mettez air condition ko yo pate pour mettre. C'est madame là pas ni pièce toilette là pour servir. Comme papi chaud. Soit à présent, sous qualité desk là yo shelf là yo mettez wrong shelf là trop haut. Cupboard là pas bon. Et c'est madame là pate ça servi center ça là. If you go to that center now, you will see that the government of the St. Lucia Labour Party is repairing that building, refurbishing that building so the rural women of Micoud South and Micoud North and Vieux-Fort North can come together and produce all kinds of products. That is the difference between St. Lucia Labour Party and United Workers Party. Fama fig te ka hele a mwe. Lè nou an gouvernement depuis 2010 l'année bagay yo kouye black cigarette ka. Depuis nous en opposition, nous avons verti flambeau. Ou en j'ai bagay ça là parce qu'il a détruit l'industrie figue cette ici. Non. Ici, quelqu'un allait tout partout, qui a fait chaud, à cause c'est un gros ministre. Là, nous retournons en gouvernement. Presque toute pièce figue en cette ici, t'es caco. Et nous, qui ça nous fait? Nous nous mettons un programme en place. C'est une pièce figue, nous payons ces femmes et nous coupons ces pièces figues ça là. Nous mettons un programme en place. Nous avons bail femmes subsidie. 50% allait chaque gallon d'huile yo gagne. Jique toujours. Et à présent, nous avons l'huile pour spray pour un lot 3 l'année. Ça c'est la différence là. Et because of programme nous, jique toujours nous avons une figue aller l'Angleterre. Et cette ici, c'est le seul pays, un pays l'île d'Ivan qui a voué figue aller l'Angleterre toujours. Last year, we increased banana exports by 35% last year. When all other islands are not exporting bananas, nous savons nous voulons exporter plus, nous savons nous n'y pouvons faire plus, mais toi, va nous kamouchoué, qui nous n'y l'intérêt femmes, et nous ka aider ces femmes. Qui laisse notre bagaille nous faire? Nous passons en loi 9, a New Agriculture and Fisheries Incentive Act. Et ça, loi ça a fait, il a bail femmes duty free, elle toute qualité bagaille. L'année combien femmes Micoud et Micoud South, depuis nous passer loi ça en 2014, ils ont joint brand new FAO qui n'a pas joint avant 100% duty free. Ça c'est ça le gouvernement ça là qu'a fait by femmes. L'autre bagaille là nous fait, nous aller avec nous dit, nous planter plus coco. Nous menons 10 000 plants coco sortis Mexico. Et ces plants coco ça là, pas qu'à joindre qualité malade là, qui en chaille pièce coco en Caraïbe là, qu'à joindre. En bagaille yo kouye lethal yellowing. So à besoin nous ni ces plants coco ça là, pour bailler fama au lieu en pays Saint-Lucie. Nous ni 10 000 plants café en soufouillère qui nous caille bailler fama ces jours à venir, le temps la pluie a commencé. Nous aussi menons cassave en qualité plan cassave neuf Saint-Lucie. Et nous avons gardé qui manière, nous avons mis cassave en dit dans pain. Avec nous avons travaillé ces bagailles là, à danser bécuya, pour qui manière, nous avons guagé cassave avec mix avec fine France, pour nous vendre pour gens qui ont planté Mayoc, joindre l'argent. L'autre bagaille là nous fait, nous garder péché. Avec nous dit, qui ça nous a fait? We increased the fuel subsidy to boat owners by 100%. Nous aussi allons Palmis, et nous allons à Micoud même pour aller, et nous bâti des chez neuf. Et si nous allons à Boisan, nous avons bâti toilette, nous avons bâti bathroom, nous avons bâti toute qualité de bagaille by ces péchés. Avec nous pas dit, parce que ces péchés a sorti en Micoud nous pas bâti au chéa, nous bâti un chez neuf bayo. Flambeau tient un pouvoir pour combien d'années? UWP qui a représenté Micoud. C'est mon qui a cassé pied en Tchéa, en Pralin. Flambeau pas jamais bâti en Tchéa. That's when Lucia Labour Party came and we said we are building you a brand new jetty avec Yoni Abouizan. That's the difference between UWP and the Labour Party. My brothers and sisters, I want to say to you, there is so much more that I can tell you. I am excited to be the Minister for Agriculture in St. Lucia. Excited because there is nothing that Ezekiel, Joseph, and UWP can beat us with. Nothing at all. We went to the schools and together with Dr. Robert Lewis, I'm happy he's here tonight, and by Dr. Robert Lewis, Honorable Dr. Robert Lewis, the Minister for Education, the Minister for Health, the Minister for Social Transformation, Honorable Harold Dalson, et moi, nous changer programme school feeding à cette école-là. Nous allons au Brésil, nous allons au Japon qui m'a eu café. Nous vivons cette ici et nous commençons à bâtir cuisine neuf. Nous commençons à manger neuf. Et à présent, en long-terme gouvernement, nous allons établir ça dans toute l'école. Côté nous allons gagner manger en la main femme comme maintenant, manger qui fouet, manger qui sain et sauve pour bouillir by ces mamans là à dans l'école là. Patan Chasne gadi about school feeding program. Qui ça Chasne connaît about school feeding program? Ou quoi Chasne gadi ba ishli manger qui sorti de ruisseau? Qui ça connaît about school feeding program? My sisters and my brothers, my time is almost up. Après di mavle quitter my class where. I'm tellement excited. But I want to say to you, non, m'a fâché. Moi désolé. Là moi tente qui ça yon ka fait jambi kou sa m'a fâché. Moi désolé. Disrespect. But I say to you, my sisters and brothers, there is no doubt that this government's program for agriculture is an exciting program. It's a program qui ni future adidai. The one thing I will say before I go is to give you an idea of what we will do in the future with agriculture. Nous kay pre bagay kon gwena ba fay. Moi sav, a chay moun sav ki sa yo kwa yo sa fe gwena ba fay. Mais nous pas parler about ça ya. Nous kay pre gwena ba fay, go pompon, go ditin, chichima, toutes ces bagay ça là qui gwan maman nous te ka di nous bon pour nous. C'est go picha l'autre pays à présent, c'est go scientist là, yo fait étude et que yo ouais ces bagay ça là really bon pour vous. So nous kay prendre ces bagay ça là, planter yo, faire poudre avec yo, vendre yo antifiol, c'est madame Angers qui a fait ça. Et là il y a un gros market pour bagay ça là, nous ka créer yo nutraceuticals. Nous kay faire ça en l'autre terme nous. Et là il y a chay l'autre bagay nous kay faire. Mais yo dit, nous pas qu'à finir abattoir. Si je pas une story abattoir, monsieur dans son cahier de chilot. Mais story abattoir, c'est ça. Nous presque fini parce que ici quelques flambeaux qui tient un bagage pour nous, qui nous tiennent pour presque vieux oui bâti. Encore, yo mettez pour vite. Pour côté, yo ka wache viande. Ma savent qui ça c'est pour ça ni avec. Mettez pour vite bon manger comme ça. Nous tenons pour tirer ça. Nous tenons pour manger clason. Nous tenons pour tirer gloire. Nous tenons pour virer, mettre Corinth à de place là. Parce que le système là pas bon. So what UWP has left for us is damage upon damage upon damage that the government of St. Lucia, the St. Lucia Labour Party had to fix. So I tell you to support Brother Gibo. You know Brother Gibo. You are his relative. You are his friend. You are a student. Brother Gibo deserves to be your parliamentary representative. You don't need anybody who is going and tear away Vaval in Micoud. Et Micoud even fait ça, vous savez, monsieur. C'est ça qui a brûlé moi. Si monsieur de fait ça in the cultural center, I fais un show avec flambeau, et fait ça en cultural center. That's okay. Mais vous avez venir en Micoud South, et fait bagay, I tear away Vaval ça là. You have to reject this man. Disrespecting the Catholic Church, disrespecting the people of Micoud. So I say to you, my sisters and brothers, stick with Brother Gibo. There's so much more I can tell you. But at the next meeting, I will come back to Micoud South and expose UWP qui dit yo se gouvernement agricole. Thank you, my sisters and brothers.
DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows say Bravo, a champion, 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 champion.
Let us put it together for Brother Musa, our political leader, our Prime Minister now and in the future. Let us put our hands together for our Prime Minister.
The higher you build your barrier, the taller I become. The farther you take my rights away, the faster I will run. no matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong so long. Thought that my pride was gone, oh no. There's something inside so strong. Whoa, whoa. Something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of Jericho. Your lies will come tumbling.
Maman, il est bas. En rouge. Bon, ma si on te regardé. Est-ce que manière Prime Minister monter en le stage là? Là il monter en le stage là, pas ouais love là, ou pas sentir spirit, togetherness là, ou pas sentir ça? Didn't you feel it? Aren't you feeling the feelings? Can't you see us? We are together. We are a team. Can't you see we all are intelligent people, well qualified, ready to work for you? Show me your company and I'll tell you who you are. When Alan Chaslet tells me that the only man in Desruisseaux he can associate himself with. On seul book in qui a mené house to house et puis pour ça translate Bali parce qu'il pas comprendre pas toi. C'est un book qui est LPM reject. Bon, ma connais rien about monsieur. Mais depuis LPM reject au book, ça monsieur tout boyo monsieur pas bon. Avec ces monsieur chasse ka ouais pour ça mener en devant Kaimoun, en Desruisseaux, Blanchard, Angers, etc. That is why I say to you, Chasney has no respect for people. Chasney has no respect for St. Lucians. When Chasney came to Soufre, he heard Dalsan. Dalsan pas ni titre, Dalsan c'est titre chien, Dalsan y. So, il s'est Chasney c'est go bourgeois, go non, avec c'est mon plaisir. So, il commence à parler by moun. Menti. Il joue un petit boy qui a monté chimé. Il dit là, you know what they call ducks? The boy dit what? Ducks. Il dit, c'est mon hôtel là à présent, c'est ducks qui a mangé. Canard. C'est ça qu'il a mangé. So, il dit petit boy là il a une femme pour produire canard. Up to now, petit boy là pour quoi? Il monte un bouton. Il dit Jean Bouton, il va mettre un golf course. Up to now, Jean Bouton pour qu'on chasse encore. Il dit Jean ville souffrière. Tout connaît ville souffrière. Il dit qu'il fouille la bouchouille. Avec il va mener yacht. Jigbo pour un croisé. Quand après chasse qu'a menti. Chasse Pani respect pour intelligence moon, especially low sorti capacity. Just ne vini ici. Ma have ki say by brother Asin James. Ma have ki deal. Mais seule manière just ne te sa joindre au côté pour courir. Because après mon fauteuil volé à souffrir, il passe à joindre pièce côté, c'est acheter, il est pour acheter Desruisseaux. Depuis un homme qui a acheté un site, ou pas ni pour trust nom ça. Because local bail pour contrôler l'argent gouvernement, il veut l'argent envié. Il veut l'argent envié. I say to you, the people of Desruisseaux, and you know more than I do, that Chasney has spoken to all of you and made promises to all of you. But all the promises are empty promises. He promised he is going to transform Desruisseaux. Mais moi, je veux one hot avant moi mener un sister
JDA. Samedi, avant élection, dernière élection, Chasté croisé un pont. Samedi, avant élection qui a venu en June the 6th, je regarde toutes ces femmes là pour veiller femmes. Parce que Chasté peut-être qu'elle brûle en femme. Parce que monsieur qui a venu desperate, les qui arrivé. Et puis qui a fait bagaille qui extraordinaire. So be careful. Watch the man. Because that man gets mad when election day is very close. And so it gives me great pleasure. Moi, je petit poulette là, qui a goumé comme un coq. Toutes ces flambeaux à haï. Tout ça, il y a pas là, c'est JDA. Yo pas ça ouais JDA. Ou pas pour qui c'est pas ça ouais JDA? Ou pas pour qui c'est pas aimé? JDA intelligent. JDA has the right response for every issue, for every question. She has the right fact for every lie that comes from the mouth of the flambeaux. And so, we are proud as a party to have JDA in our midst. And it is with great pride and pleasure I bring her to the mic tonight to speak to you on behalf of the St. Lucia Labour Party. Sister JDA, the mic is yours.
I see them coming after my soul, wanting to take control. Wanna give me laughs, wanna give me bling, wanna give me all the material things. I hear them talking about what the world has to offer. Girl, what you doing? Don't you see what they have done to Bedouin and Marcus, Jesus and all of the prophets? But I'm not afraid, no. I'm not afraid. No, I'm not afraid, no. If them a come, let them come, cause I'm protected by the Most High One. They don't mind when you fall.
Good night, my brothers and sisters of Blanchard. Good night, Micoud South. And I want to say a special good night to our political leader, Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Kennedy Anthony, who is on the platform with us tonight. I want to greet in a special way the champion of the people of Micoud South, Brother Gibeon Ferdinand. I expected that. Because Gibo is a champion. And I want to say good night to the chairman of the St. Lucia Labour Party, Brother Claudius Francis, our ministers of government on platform, as well as candidates of the St. Lucia Labour Party. Brothers and sisters, good night to you. It is a wonderful feeling to be here tonight and to speak with you. I almost feel at home in Micoud South, and I suspect it is because I have spent some time here over the last few weeks, and of course, occasionally, I pass through Desruisseaux to move from Grace to Castries. So this is familiar territory for me. I want to say a special good night to our young people in the crowd tonight. And they are present and they are up front. That says something about our young people in Micoud South. I want to say too a very special good night to all who are viewing us on slptvnow.com, and we need to give them a special wave to let them know that the Labour Party has a strong presence in Micoud South. And we are ready. We are here tonight, brothers and sisters, not to present to you your candidate, because there is absolutely nothing I can say about Gibeon that you do not already know. In fact, you know him better than I do. And as I move around, you have been speaking wonders. You have been saying great things about Gibeon Ferdinand because you know Gibeon Ferdinand. And so as I speak to you tonight, I speak to you with the full confidence that you are proud of your candidate, you are proud of your next parliamentary representative, Brother Gibeon Ferdinand. Et puis on souhaite, comme moi ka parler et puis moi vle dire pour qui raison qu'en jeunesse moi-même si moi t'es à Micoud South, moi t'es qu'à voter Gibeon Ferdinand 10 fois, à 100 fois avant moi jamais garder Alan Chasney. You see, the thing about Gibeon Ferdinand is that he has been there with you. He has been there for you. He's proud of his community. He's loyal to the people of his community. And through thick and thin, in the good times and bad times, he has never neglected his home. He has never neglected the people of Desruisseaux, the people of Micoud South. He has served you. He has served as a teacher. He has served as a principal. He has served in various capacities in your youth and sports council. He has served in the church. He has served in development committees. He has been a volunteer. He has been dedicated to you. But when you look at the track record of Alan Chasney, he has been jumping from community to community in search of safety and comfort. You see, he was in Soufre. Il te aimé souffrir tellement. Il te voulait goumer dans ça pour ouvrir pont. That's how much he loves Soufre. He was in Soufre. He contested. Il joint à voler. Il parti courir with Grosile. He went there and he was testing the waters and he wanted to contest the Grosile seats. Là, il commence à voir that entièrement, qu'il bali a lot volé, il point descend Castries South. And you will remember, he was touring Castries South. He was meeting the people of Castries South. He set up a campaign team in Castries South. He had a vision for Castries South. Mais là, il turn, Ernest qui touchdown, il parti voler encore. He's afraid of a challenge. And I can tell you, if he knew beforehand who the Prime Minister's secret weapon was, he would not be here today. Because he knows the measure of the man. He knows that Gibeon Ferdinand has not failed at a single challenge. He was a successful teacher, a successful principal, a successful community man, and he will be successful at the polls on the 6th of June, 2016. The track record is a record of success. And as young people, we must have the spirit of discernment. When people come to us, we must question them. We must look at their backgrounds. Look at what they are offering you. Look at what their plans are for you before you make that decision to vote. And as I stand there tonight, I am not simply saying that you should vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party. I am asking you to vote for a man who has a track record of success, who is capable of serving you and serving you well. Alan Chasney's record. At Jamaica, he failed. St. Lucia Tourist Board, he failed. Minister for Tourism, he failed. Candidate in Soufre, he failed. He went into his father's business, he failed. And he had to be pushed out in favor of his sister. And I will tell you, I am confident that in Micoud South, on the 6th of June, when the young people who have been influenced, whose lives have been touched and changed by Gibeon the teacher, Gibeon the principal, Gibeon the man who has worked in youth and sports, Gibeon the community man, Alan Chasney will fail in Micoud South. Because the people of Micoud South are not blind. It is no longer about loyalty to color. It is about quality. It is about being able to decide what we want for our own children. It is about being able to reap the rewards of the investment in our own children. It is about being able to stand on a platform and say, I am proud of what my community has produced, because we too are capable of producing greatness. It is your time, young people of Micoud South. It is your time, young people of Tiroche and Lacouville and Ager, South-Blanchard, and all of the other corners in Micoud South. It is your time to stand up and to follow a man you want to be an example to you and an example to your children. You see, in all of the criticisms they have leveled at him, Jodia Mwetana Mundi, Makasi bote Gibeon, parce que les Gibeon ka passe les chimères, il pa ka kouye mwen. I heard that. Avant Chasne, te vle kouye election, kote ka wey. You think you will be walking the streets of Castries, Micoud, anywhere, and Chasne will take you on? He associates with people who are like him, in the same class, the same economic standing, people who believe in the same things that he believes in, even though they are lies. These are the people that he has time for. He has no time for you. And I will tell you, just as he turned his backs on the people of Soufrière, he will turn his back on the people of Micoud South, come what may, on the 6th of June, 2016. Because he already believes he has arrived and he does not need you. Put that next to a man whose entire life in this community has been about serving you, about building you. You cannot. There is absolutely no way you can put these two men to stand side by side. Put their CVs side by side. Put their track records side by side and select Alan Chasne over Gibeon Ferdinand. Not even the blind man would want his vote to go to such a dishonest man as Alan Chasne. Not even a blind man would want his vote to go next to a man who is as desperate as Alan Chasne. And I have never seen this level of desperate behavior in the politics of St. Lucia as we have seen with the introduction of Alan Chasne. He steps on every single thing that is in his way. This is how he operates, because he has a spirit of entitlement. Alan Chasne is a man who says one thing today and tomorrow it's a different story. My young people, is that an example that we want for our children? Is that an example that we want to follow? But a man who has stood with you, you know who he is, you know what he stands for, you know what he believes in. And through difficulties, he has stood tall. Through opposition even, he has held his ground. And he has stood with you to say that I believe in certain things and I will not compromise. And I will tell you that if he was a man who would compromise his principles, then he probably would have been on a UWP platform. Parce que yo vle too. They know that with Gibeon Ferdinand, there is quality. They know that with Gibeon Ferdinand, the people of Micoud South have a champion. They know that. And so, as they go around and they speak to you, and they try to confuse you, because I know that the message has been a confusing message. They stood on their platforms, and they said, ring the bell. Alan Chasne said, ring the bell. He said, if elections are not called by the 27th of June, he's going to convene a meeting and he's going to march for elections. But since that day, Since that day, the Prime Minister announced the election day. Tule Oswe, c'est un différent story. Yo pay. First of all, he said, I don't know what the rush is. Then they said, there is CXC on that day. Today, the Ministry of Education said there are less than 40 students writing CXC on that day. Of all of the children who now have the opportunity, the thousands who now have the opportunity to write CXC because of Kenny Anthony and the Labour Party, 40 will be writing CXC on the 6th of June. Ouvle Dimwe, Chasne, EPUWP, Tavini, insulte nous comme ça, pour faire nous quoi, à comme si dit, nous pas kakachile, à comme si dit, nous pas ni information, that we will believe everything that come from their mouths. And so 40 students writing exams, when this government has ensured that we have more than enough schools in this country, 40 students can prevent elections from taking place in our country. When they announced elections in 1997, hundreds were writing CXC on the 23rd of May. We did not protest. You know why? We were ready. We were ready. Our plans were in place. We had a champion in Kenny Anthony, and we knew that the people had confidence in us. And so what is happening right now? CXC results, nomination day, all of this is a plot to confuse you because they are not ready to govern this country. And they know, they see it. By your presence here today, they can feel that you have no confidence in Alan Chasney and the United Workers' Party. And so their message, brothers and sisters, is simply to cause distraction and confusion. You must stand firm that come what may, rain or shine, you will go out to the polls on the 6th of June to vote for Gideon Ferdinand and the St. Lucia Labour Party. Gibo, the next parliamentary representative for Micoud South. And you see too, some in the United Workers' Party, while they stand on platforms and they ask for your votes, they have all kinds of fake names writing on Facebook, giving all reasons why the young people of this country should not vote. I cannot believe that after a Labour Party government has done so much for the development of our students, for the development of our young people, that the United Workers' Party, through their undercover agents, will insult us and say to us that we should not participate in a democratic right that our forefathers fought for. My young people, this election is about our future. It is about our children. It is about what you want Micoud South to look like in the next 5 and 10 years. It is about where you want this country to go in the next 5 and 10 years. It is to protect the laptops for our secondary school children because the world is moving ahead with technology. It is to ensure that in Micoud South there will be an ICT center so that the community can access internet and computers. It is to ensure that every child entering a secondary school receives $500 because some of us can barely afford to meet that cost. It is about ensuring that the rich and the poor have an equal opportunity to succeed in this country. You need to protect the inclusion that has been brought into this society by the St. Lucia Labour Party. And so when you go out on the 6th of June, remember that it is not simply about you. It is about your fellow young people. It is about those who sat on the school benches with you. It is about your community. It is about the youth and sports councils that now have direction in the various constituencies. It is about a vibrant sports program that is happening around this country. It is about your future. It is about protecting the gains that we have made so far to ensure that more jobs are available. It is to protect NICE. It is to protect STEP. It is to protect the cruise ship employment program. It is to protect the opportunities and the scholarships that are available for training. And it is to ensure that when your child gets to Form 5, that no matter the economic situation, no matter your circumstances at your home, that the CXC fees will be paid and that child will have an opportunity to succeed. These elections, my young people, my brothers and sisters of Micoud South, is about ensuring that when you write your CXCs, and you get good grades, that there is a government with a plan in place to provide assistance for your tertiary education. You see, it is not only the children of the rich who should access to Arthur Lewis Community College and university education. We too deserve an opportunity to be educated because the surest route and safest route out of poverty is education. And you will speak to the farmers in Micoud South. Epi yo kay do. Se investment yo fait a mamay yo. Epi l'argent fig la pour voir yo university. Voir yo tout partout pour étudier. Ça c'est investment. À présent yo sa assise. Epi yo play. Epi manière yo servi l'argent yo. Your investment in education can never be a waste because it prepares you for opportunities even outside of your country. And so, my brothers and sisters, you should vote for a champion of education, Brother Gideon Ferdinand. All his life, he has motivated. He has elevated, he has uplifted, he has guided, he has worked with the young people in the education sector. He's passionate about education. And he will tell you that at the Micoud Secondary School, when he was principal, he ensured that every child was cared for on their welfare program. This is a man who believes in equal opportunities despite your background. And before I leave, my brothers and sisters, there is one more issue that I wish to speak to. And my surprise when this message came to me after Brother Gideon Ferdinand made his appearance in the red zone on Monday. There are some people who are saying Gideon needs to stay where he is because he's doing an excellent job there. You are willing to limit a man. You are willing to stifle the growth of your own brother, your own son, your own community man in favor of someone who has failed miserably at everything he has done. Because you believe he should not be elevated, he should remain right where he is doing a good job. I cannot understand that reasoning. Because the merit upon which anyone should be elevated, anyone should move forward in this country or anywhere else is based on a proven track record of success. When you go to a job interview, whether it be for a new job or for a promotion, they will look at your CV. They will look at your performance. And where you go from there is based upon what you have done, where you have served before. And so because of his track record, that is the precise reason you should trust him with the future and the development of this constituency. Chasney doesn't care. He doesn't care about the people of Micoud South. You believe Chasney cares about the youth of this country? If he did, when he served as Minister for Tourism, his first course of action would not be to fire the young hostesses who are working in Soufrière. If he cared about the young people with all of his connections that he speaks about all the time with the cruise industry, why didn't he see it fit to create opportunities on cruise ships for our young people like Kenny Anthony did? He was busy securing himself. He was busy planning his campaign. He was busy buying seats on planes for invisible passengers to come to St. Lucia. He was busy paying so much money for tents for a show. Busy doing boxing in paradise. Things that never impacted our economy in a positive way. And not one job created in the tourism industry for our young people of this country under Alan Chasney. Look at the Labour Party. Investment in tourism. A new hotel opened in Rodney Bay under Kenny Anthony. Our young people are at work. 2 hotels under construction in the north of this country. Our people are working as it is being built, and new opportunities will be made available when it is complete. And based on the record, I say to you, my young people, it is easier, based on record and plans, for the young people of this country to get an opportunity for employment under the Labour Party as opposed to the UWP. Because under UWP, unemployment moved from 13% to 25%. Right here, we have reduced unemployment by 5% from 25% to 20%. We are making progress, and this Prime Minister, this government has a plan for employment for the young people of this country. We are voting for a record. We are voting for plans that are tangible, plans that make sense, plans that we did not borrow from other ideas. We are voting because we have confidence that Gibeon Ferdinand and the St. Lucia Labour Party will deliver to the people of Micoud South. And so tonight, without any reservation whatsoever, and with full confidence that I will be right here on election night, I fully endorse Brother Gibeon Ferdinand as your candidate and as your next parliamentary representative. I am not from Micoud South, and I knew Gibeon Ferdinand and his work before politics. Nobody here would know Alan Chasney had it not been for his involvement in government. Nobody, he would never be in Micoud South. He had no reason to associate with you. He had no reason to be with you and to walk with you. But Gibeon has been here. He has been loyal to his community. He is proud of his community. He has contributed to the development of his community. And many of the young persons standing before me tonight are proud products of the quality and the work of Gibeon Ferdinand. Stand proud, Micoud South. Stand tall, Micoud South. In Gibeon Ferdinand, you have a champion who has not failed and will not fail the people of Micoud South. I thank you.
DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo. Champion, 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 champion.
Yes, my brothers and sisters. So you know why they don't like her? You heard her. Young people, did you hear? She has a plaster for every sore. She knows all the issues. And the worst lie you can come up with, she can debunk it. My brothers and sisters, let us put our hands together in a resounding way for Sister JDR. Our sister JDR. what JD has said to you. Imado, est-ce que vous un bouc qui juste échoué? Comme si dit c'est un go wele qui juste échoué à terre. Avec ou kay mettez. Avant un homme qui levait, qui groom, qui couille, qui jouait mab, qui zig, qui fait toute bagaille, en dit dans comme ça. Est-ce que pour un monde qui échoué avec métier avant? If you are interested in the future of this community, the loyalty that you have for the United Workers' Party, that United Workers' Party is not there again. Sir John is not there again. Flambeau fini. So you have to vote and vote for the future of your country and not for a party that is in disarray. My brothers and sisters, I met a Flambeau and I asked her one simple question. I said to her, give me one reason, one selty reason, why you voting Flambeau. And she told me, Chasney will take out VAT. Mosote, are you sure? But I began to talk to her, and I gave her two scenarios. I said, one, let us agree Chasney will take out VAT. When Chasney takes out VAT, Chasney withdraws over almost $350 million of revenue from the economy. I asked her, how will you pay police? How will you pay nurses? How will you pay teachers? How will you pay firemen? How will you repay schools? How will you repair schools? How will you repay pensioners? How will you pay water bill for the fire station and the hospitals? How are you going to buy medicine? She looked at me and she can't answer me. Then I told her, do you know, Chasney said he will remove VAT on Monday, and on the Tuesday, he said VAT is the best thing. But he has one problem with VAT. He opposes zero-rated and exempt goods. Moi dis, est-ce que vous savez qui ça mean? Il dit, explain bali, moi explain bali. Moi dis, toutes ces produits, toutes ces commodities, ou pas qu'à payer VAT en l'air là. Chasney dit, il oppose pour lui. Because ces commodities, nous tirons VAT en l'air là, nous avons couillé ça, zero-rated et bien exempt. Bon, alors maintenant, tout à dit ces commodities, avec là où t'aimes toutes ces bagailles là, nous tirons VAT en l'air, nous pas mettre VAT en l'air. Avec Chasney qui a dit, il a opposé ça. Est-ce que vous comprenez ça, mon gars? Avant moi, je voulais expliquer. Chasney dit, il a opposé fact là, que nous pas mettre VAT en laisser ça. En les sick, no VAT. Chasney against ça. En les foreign France, Chasney dit, il oppose ça. No VAT en les baies, Chasney oppose ça. No VAT on les fresh fruits, Chasney oppose ça. No VAT on chicken, Chasney oppose ça. No VAT on baby formula, Chasney oppose ça. No VAT on biscuits, Chasney oppose ça. No VAT on bread, Chasney oppose ça. No VAT on salt, Chasney dit il against ça. No VAT as to medicine, Chasney against ça. No VAT on les œufs, Chasney oppose ça. No VAT on les de l'eau, Chasney oppose ça. No VAT on l'électricity, Chasney oppose ça. And tonight, the clip was played when Chasney said so. I am not making it up. Chasney said he opposes zero-rated and exempt items. And these are the items who are zero-rated or exempt. So the question I tell the lady, what do you want? You must not be like that in this modern age. In this day and age, you have to think. You have to think. And you have to make a decision based on facts, on reality, on your future. JD told you about Comrade Ferdinand, school principal, community activist. He worked in the community. It is better for you to have as your parliamentary rep somebody you know, somebody you grow up with, somebody you can go to his home. You don't have to go to a hotel to go and look for him. Somebody who is groomed together with you, who knows your struggles, who knows your culture, who understands you, who feels your feelings. It is better to have that man. And tonight, it gives me great honor to bring that man, the man the people of Desruisseaux, Micoud South, must vote for in the next general election, which is on June 6, 2016. Brother Gibo, the mic is yours. Come and speak to your people.
Micoud South, no need to frown. Something new and better is coming to town.
Young boss.
Some, Micoud is just a place to pass on your way down to Beaufort. Overlooked and forgotten. But not for us. For others, Micoud South only matters during elections.
I've only gone to Micoud South for actually official meetings of the party.
Gibeon Ferdinand is Micoud South.
Born here in Desruisseaux, raised and schooled from Miss Uriza's preschool to Desruisseaux combined. Throughout my life, I've known myself to be from Micoud, and this is the place that made me, this is where I'm from.
Gibeon Ferdinand has been the principal of the Micoud Secondary School for over 10 years, with a degree in education. A FIFA level administrator, 2014 National Sports Administrator of the Year, President of the Youth and Sports Council of Desruisseaux for over 20 years, while others can't even spell it.
Giving service to community and to country is nothing new to me, and so entering elective politics is just another step in the direction that I have been serving all of my life.
Micoud South, you have a choice. Select what is foreign to you and all of us.
Rumors abound about the seed being sold and all that.
This is not a puppy show. This place is my life.
Or participate in the vision of a man who is looking to take Micoud South to the mainstream of St. Lucian development for decades to come. Micoud South, Gibeon Ferdinand is yours.
Micoud South, no need to frown. Something new and better is coming to town.
Young boss.
Hey, hey.
Entertainment.
Gibo, 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 Gibo. Anale. Gibo, Leba, 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 Gibo, Leba.
Mamai Blasha. Mamai Micoud South. And the Gibo girls, I know you're here as well. My brothers and sisters, of course, our political leader and members of the team of the St. Lucia Labour Party, all of you who traveled, I know we have some from Grosley, from Soufrière in the west, Dennery in the east, Beaufort in the south. They're everywhere. Welcome to Giboland. We are in Giboland. Welcome to Micoud South and to Blasha. Now, you are in a very special part of Micoud South. I want you to know that. You are in the battlefield of the St. Lucia Labour Party quarters in Micoud South, and this is Blasha. So you are in a good place. But I can tell you, it will soon be the entire Micoud South, Diga, Lacouville, Tirocher, South-Blanchard-Desruisseaux Central, Angers, Chic, including Blanchard, will become the center of the St. Lucia Labour Party and the battlefield of the St. Lucia Labour Party. My brothers and sisters, I want to tell you that tonight I feel that I'm at home. Moins confortable. Est-ce que vous avez bout là? Ça c'est caille moins. C'est là moi fête. C'est là moi sorti. Côté moi de bout là, c'est côté moi j'ai acheté acheté barbecue chicken. Miss Dara. Mana Plus. Miss Younes just là. Church. Côté moi de bout là, ça c'est caille nous. Pièce moun pa nous tuer mes manières pour vivre ici. I am home. And so since I am home, I need no introduction. I need no courtesy. I am your guest. And so I will make you comfortable. I will talk to you. I will share some thoughts with you. Nous kay causer, nous kay parler. Et qu'on soit nous pas fâcher. Nous pas fâcher. Non. Nous pas fâcher. Before you leave us tonight, I want to give you just the tip of the iceberg about the man who is going to speak to you at our luncheon on the 4th of June. Tonight, it's not the luncheon, but I am addressing my people at a national political rally, political meeting. And so I will just let you know a little bit about the man that the people of Micoud South are about to elect as their next candidate, as their next district representative. Now, you know, I can see why we have felt that we are under attack. Nous tenions un petit meeting Lacoville also. But we didn't team meeting because Lacoville is a very small community, very intimate. The people are very close to each other. So nous allons faire meeting nous Lacoville. And by the way, the people of Lacoville, they made us very comfortable and we had a fun, great meeting in Lacoville. But you know, while we were there discussing constructive business, talking to the people about our plans, telling them what their candidate is deciding or planning to do for them, and how we can move our constituency forward. Yo pas acheté pièce l'autre côté pour venir, passer in the battlefield of the Labour Party, right here in Blanchard, having removed all of our posters down the road, vandalizing everything that we put up. Et yo fait tout temps ici à Kaba moins et puis tout gens St. Lucia Labour Party mépris. I will not mention any names, but I will take this opportunity to say to you, my brothers and sisters, tonight, we will not respond to this by engaging in that type of behavior. You know Gibo, for those of you, some of you, some of you, my students, you know Mr. Ferdinand is a man of principle. You know that. And he will not condone any kind of vandalism. We will not climb any pole to remove anyone's paraphernalia. We will not do that. Kumase mute poto, parce que c'est ekini paraphernalia. Bon, après yo fait tout ça, yo teni yon ti ouze moun la, yo mene tout toto. I am about to think that we had more Labour Party supporters right here than we had UWP last night. But anyway, what was going on was a typical example of what our opposition is about. And so, as a man from the community, people expected to come in and roll over the opposition. The opposition here has always seemed to be St. Lucia Labour Party. Although we're in government, but they always make us feel that we're the opposition, that we are the minority. Ça veut dire, c'est nous qui piti et c'est eux qui go. Mais pour ça là, parce que yo réalisé, là ni non en place là, et que yo pas ni rien pour faire nous, yo pas ça de rien yo ça fait. Yo décidé yo kay attaque Gibo. Moi ka coûter pour là où la couvrir les coups blanches ou pas loin because we're a small community. Ou ka attend yo ka attend nous. They are engaged. I am listening to people who watched me grow up, who I played with their children, took responsibility for their grandchildren, represented them, getting on a platform just after prayers and starting to ask the question, who is Gibeon Ferdinand to put himself up as a candidate for Micoud South in an election? Who is Gibeon Ferdinand? Who is Gibeon Ferdinand? Because Gibeon Ferdinand, Gibo, is a man who is not afraid to challenge the status quo. Bon, moi ça dit pas toi, moi ça dit en créole. So si vous pas comprendre gros mot parole à moi dit là, ça fait status quo. Ça me ka dire, moi pas peur dit nous pas qu'à quitter bagay là manière yé. Si besoin changer, nous ka changer. Now you know there are some people, they are not used to seeing so much red in Micoud South. You're pas habitué where autant rouge à Micoud South. So this time around, and the last time they saw so much red, I think it must have been in 1997 when Brother Cassius taught them a lesson. You croyez nous pas de ça fait, mais Brother Cassius et nous fait nous ça fait. And so I think they have sensed it and they have become very aggressive. But I want to talk to you, brothers and sisters. We will continue to do what we are doing without provoking anyone, without destroying anyone's paraphernalia, and without going on any platform and giving anybody mépris. This campaign is about constructive ideas, it's about plans, it's about dignity, and it's about quality representation from your man, Gibeon Ferdinand. And so, they ask the question, what makes Gibeon Ferdinand think that he can represent us? Some say, this is not his time. As JD has said, you were better off staying in the school to yon seul côté où ça arrive. Some of us are being made to think that in our constituency, certain positions, certain aspirations, certain things are for a certain group of people only. Ça veut dire, ils sont à dans nous pas supposés garder pour faire rien, et que là nous arrivons en côté, c'est là nous pour rester. And so certain aspirations and certain responsibilities are only for a certain few. I call this elitist, I call this backward thinking, and we are going to change this. Ma maille malheureux, ça monte l'échelle là, et que ça fait bien. I was raised and I was groomed by the farmer's banana money. That's what sent me to school. Marcella et puis Horace travaillent wed, des gâtiers, chambon, enfants, pour voyer moi l'école. Et puis faire moi un homme. And so your children in Blanchard, your children in Desruisseaux, in Angers, Lacouville, Diga, Tirocher, and in Chic, all of them can do likewise. They have been able to get the brains of some of our young people tangled up. And they have manipulated some of our people who are supposed to be bright to follow them. But they will not succeed because we know better. Now, instead of focusing on the plans for Micoud South, the strategy has been in the last few days to attack Gibeon Ferdinand. You know why? Because they have no plans. There is no vision. I heard a certain gentleman say, I am here to fulfill the vision of Sir John. Sir John tenait vision, Sir John fait affaire, Sir John allait rest, quitter Sir John posé. Where is your vision? Where is yours? You are coming to fulfill the vision of a man who has done his time. Where is your vision? Well, Micoud South, with Gibo and you, we have a vision. And we will fulfill it. Come what may. So, another thing that has been said to me when I go around, yo ka ba mwen tout kudos. Gibo, nous savons c'est un bon garçon. Yo leve ou bien. You are this and you are that. Right man, wrong party. What does that mean? Who determines a right and wrong party? And who determines when a man decides that he is a man and he knows what he's about and he chooses to associate with the people that he believes make up a team of formidable young men and women, or some of them not so young, but formidable nonetheless. Formidable men and women who are going to take our country forward. According yon yon droit pour dire moi et pour dire ou qui moun qui yon droit représenter nous. That is nonsense, and in Micoud South we must change that. On Monday night I mentioned political maturity. We must get to that point where we show people that we are maturing and we are not a community that is concerned with color. They are riding on the back of the legacy of Sir John. But I'll tell them something. The place where Sir John's office used to be, the place where Sir John used to meet them, is now the house of a Labour Party camp. And there's nothing they can do about it because Gibo has family who loves him, and everything he does, he gets the support of his family. So là yo passe de San Chimère, et yo Miss Agui et puis Flagli, ka wave ka danser, yo fâche. Maka di pièce bêtise. I'm a man of principle. And so, people feel that your candidate and your people have no right to make these choices. I believe that we are about to make a very important choice in Micoud South. And once we make that choice, we must ensure that we continue to judge any candidate who puts himself or herself up to represent us in Micoud South, that you have to prove yourself. If you do not perform, you have to go. If you perform, you have to stay. And they know that once Gibo gets in, he's going to perform because he always performs. He has performed for the last 25 years in everything that he has been assigned to do. Yo sav sa. Bo yo sav depi Gibo an twe, Gibo kay wete. So you can faire tout ça yo sa fait pour empêcher Gibo an twe. But with you in Micoud South and with the help of my constituents, Gibo kay an twe. Nou ka an twe. And now they come to the. Now this one I'm taking my time. Puis ça c'est juste ça. Moi ka wè Christian ka tou an blé. Moi bo church, so moi sav nou ni Christian là. And thank you for the church. We must say a big thank you to the Blanchard Pentecostal Church. They have been very courteous. We are standing on their grounds, and they have been very courteous and accommodative to us. They know that we're a Christian community. And so they are appealing to your sense of loyalty to Christ and your sense of morality and your religious practices. And so they've tried it. It's a psychology, but we must watch it. So now they're telling us about the election date. 666. And some of my friends who are Christians are coming. Mr. Ferdinand, how are you associating with the people? These people might be doing something fishy. I say, let me tell you something. Do you believe in Gibo? Do you believe that he's a serious man and he does not engage in any garbage? I say, well, if you believe in him, dispel these myths that they are trying to put into your head. You can't let church tell me, d'autres mois qui passent, you are qualified pour clergy. You are qualified pour faire poète. You know why? It's because they've been going to church so often. When you're not used to doing something, sous fin ou bien fin, boudé en vide, et pour manger, auto manger, you will not be well. And so when you're doing something that you're not used to and it's so fake, you get to the point where you get ridiculous. But let's move on. I am not going to focus too much on anything but our business as people of Micoud South. And so, you are now being made to doubt the legitimacy of the elections. You are now being made to doubt whether you as a Labour Party supporter should go out and support Gibo. Do not stay home. Do not allow them to make you think so. Because they know that once the young people come out, the young people that have touched their lives, the young people of Micoud South, once they come out and vote, you're puyansa. They know that. And the Christians too, they know that. So they're playing on your minds. Now the people of Micoud South, in addition to just my deliberations on what's been going on in the other camp, I am also here to tell you a little bit about some of the things that I envisage for our constituency. I have to tell you that we're a constituency where we have had an enormous amount of youth and educational and all types of talent. But I have been frustrated for years watching that talent getting to a certain point and not being pushed to the next level. I have been frustrated because we're taking our young people and our people of Micoud South for granted. I have watched us allow people of tremendous potential to have to fend for themselves when people are voted to put into government to look after our business, and they look after their own and allow our young people to achieve average when we can achieve excellence. We have the likes of Nesbeth Vaval, garçon Titi Hish, Monsieur Vaval qui a 26 ans à Bachimela. Tennis player of the year in St. Lucia. Achai nous pas même savent ça. Because we have not been taught to take an interest in the things that are important to us. We have been distracted with all kinds of roro, while our young people are doing well and nobody's looking at them. We also have Nina Joseph, Nailo Menoi. Most of the qui pa evle me di also, I mean Nailo Menoi. Nina Joseph, netballer of the year. This year, a proud daughter, granddaughter of Cousin Rufa, trying to get, people are now looking around Micoud South and trying to pose and take Facebook pics with our best athletes, offering them football boots, trying to bribe them and making it look as if they were the ones who were responsible for taking them to that level. When Gibo and you were there taking care of these young people, nurturing them and teaching them how to succeed, where were they? Kote yote. Kote yote. À présent, fouya mi, yo vle manger. Yo vle manger. Pas ici. So when they're going to come to offer you little, now I'll get to the bribes at the end of my presentation, because that's where I want to end. So when they come and they want to enter your household and make your children feel that they love them so much, and all of a sudden they know they exist, ask them where they were when these children, under the care of the likes of Gibeon Ferdinand in school and in community development and in sports, build their self-confidence, build their character, taught them how to survive, taught them how to excel. Where were they? Tell them to go back, because it's too late now. And so, we have had Darren Sami. Darren Sami is from Micoud South, in case you didn't know. Digai Soti. And only now some people know Darren Sami, taking the man's pic and putting it on posters to advertise their party. Darren Sami. I know he wasn't pleased about it, but they did it anyhow. And when Darren Sami was 15 years old and he wanted to play for my club Fire Strikers of Desruisseaux, Lani Adakidi Koti Bugnoesa Asoti. But I was one of those, along with his uncle Saj, my good friend, who said, no, give the boy a chance. And some of them who are now talking about how good they were didn't want to give him a chance, but I said give him a chance. But we can't give him a di ka fo bagay, e ki sav sa ka fe ya right. Person pa ka do botli. They know that, and so they call me Castro sometimes. Don't have sa, te jen moun la. Castro. Because I prefer to be a Castro and respected than to be anybody's playboy or little boy. You have to stand for something. You can't be everybody's little play toy. Huh? No. Nobody's yo-yo. You have to stand for something. And so when Darren Sammy was not allowed to play, I was the one, as the president of the club, who stepped aside and let him bat at number 6. He took a duck in the first innings. Andre Walter, you can create the bull, left arm swing bowler, he outly, on Zekana. Yo babi ek moi, yo di ou remember là, why ponti book the guy, pas sa même jouer. But don't worry, he's 15. In the next innings, he scored 42 not out and we won the game. Darren Sammy. But he's always kuma. This Darren Sammy now has become, you know what, a champion of West Indies cricket. Played cricket right there on the Desruisseaux playing field with fire strikers. When he on scorebook, kini noy, ma jamais jeté ça. No matter ça a pencil, I'm never going to throw this away. These are memories that I cherish. Now, tout vlet an me pou pa vini an le platform Gibo pa dansa. And so, let me just give you a little sprinkle of some of the ideas that I want to share. I want to start with farming and agriculture. We are a farming community. South-Blanchard-Desruisseaux, Micoud South, c'est farming agriculture qui voit nous chaya nous l'école. And so we need to ensure that our farmers, especially those who do not produce and do not have enough space to produce bulk crop or enough land to cultivate, get assistance and can sustain their families. I will tell you more about this at the appropriate time, but I just want to mention to you tonight that I do have plans for our farmers. I also have plans in education. After all, that's what I've done from the time I was 17 years old. That's what I trained myself to do. That's what I'm qualified in. And in education, there are 2 areas that I want to just mention in Micoud South. One of them is early childhood education. I have walked around and I have noticed that we have some deficiencies that we need to address. If you prepare children when they are very young properly, they are less likely to fail when they get older. And so we must concentrate on that, our preschool and early childhood programs. We must also concentrate on education that is inclusive. Bon, moi, ça, trafic là, ouvert, mais patience. Écoutez, pas qu'il y ait rien distracteur. In education, we must also embrace skills training. And again, I will elaborate on that at another time. We must embrace a community and school approach to education. It cannot be within the schools of the walls of the school only. Education goes beyond the walls of the school. So we have to get the community involved in what goes on in the school. Because I have seen the benefit of it. L'année maman, si pas pour coach là, si pas pour footballer, yo te kay quitter l'école. Mais Gibo et puis Adam nous dit non. Nous kay faire ça nous paye, même si coach ça n'est pour dire si ou pas jouer football ou pas si pas aller l'école ou pas jouer football, il ka travail, it will happen. Infrastructural development. You know that the condition of some of our facilities, for the last 15 years, I don't know what some people have been doing in the House of Parliament. I don't know. And do not allow them to make excuses and tell you that it is because they were in opposition that they couldn't do it. We are all aware, and I can use an example, that there are more people in the NICE program working in Micoud South that are members and supporters of the United Workers' Party. That is a fact. And if Dr. Kenny Anthony, under his administration, can allow for people in a constituency in opposition to make up the majority of the workers in a program, then tell me what is wrong with that. So if the district representative has the right and the influence to do those things, he can influence things that can happen in the constituency, whether he is in government or in opposition. That is no excuse for the performances that we have been experiencing in the last 15 years. Now, let me move on and say that with the infrastructure issue, there are some very simple things that could have been done in Micoud South that have not been done. Si ou vive ko nakaka, si ou South-Blanchard-Desruisseaux ek Blanchard, ou pa yi sav ko ki ko nakaka. Me lo ka desan na idou ko la ye. Ou ka arrive à côté et là nous qu'on a ka fait ça. Et quand on a ça, on a un réflecteur. On va qui a point. Les lights la flash en l'œil, il ka mouche pour aller. There are names for it, but we're not going into that. It didn't have to take us 15 years or several serious accidents, one near fatality, for somebody to have made a phone call. It took 2 phone calls for us to erect that little sign there. Simple things like that. You know why? If it doesn't cost a few $1 million for people to get big contracts and for them to benefit, some of us are not going to do it. And the simple things that can be done to change the lives of the people of the constituency are not being done. So for infrastructure, we have things to do. I also want to mention healthcare. And I want to commend Honorable Alvina Reynolds for the work that has started and has been done at the health center in Tiroshe. But in the same breath, I want to say that I'd like to see that much and more done in the health center in Desruisseaux. Our healthcare facilities can be improved. And this is one of the areas we need to concentrate on as well. Water is one of the main issues in Micoud South. But I can tell you that there are plans already in place for an improved water catchment, storage, and distribution within the Micoud South constituency. And with your candidate, Gibo, getting into parliament, you can be sure that this kind of development will continue in Micoud South. And now I want to move quickly to the area that most of you might think or might know is probably my darling, my charm, and that is youth development and sports. I have to say that I envy the colleague of mine, Honorable Sean Edward, for what he has achieved. He has been a true inspiration to me. Moi bol balido to akumate out di sa bat bien. It's open in the batsman gaucher. Ek mo te sa swing bowler away. So it's a bad bien. But I have to commend Brother Sean Edward for the tremendous standard that he has set in youth and sports. And it inspires me because I know that Micoud South stands to benefit from a government of the St. Lucia Labour Party in youth and sports development. And there are so many things that need to be done in terms of the facilities and the programs in youth and sports. But I will leave that for another time. And so I want to wrap up. I want to wrap up with a simple message. Because our opponents have realized that when you put them one-on-one, là yo point camarade moi ek moi ek yo mette nous there nom pour nom, chou pour chou. Yo ouais pas ça compete. Yo ka ouais il pas ni rien pour faire. He cannot compete with Gibo one-on-one. And so, you know what they've done? Or what they've decided to do? And it's coming, so look out for it. Between now and the next few days until elections, it has already started. And some people are bold enough to say it. Something go pass. And I want you in Micoud South to be mindful. Look out for it, it's going to happen. Now, I want to warn you. If something passes, I will not tell you what to do about the something that's passing. But I will tell you that there is nothing that someone can give to you that is as valuable as something that we fought for many years ago, which is your right to select a candidate, your right to vote. It is not worth any price. Nobody can buy that. So tell them, come with all their something they passing. But they are not going to prevent you. And they will not be able to buy you. They cannot do it. Because we are preparing you for it. And when they realize they cannot do it, I would like to know what else they are going to do. So my people of Micoud South, I want you to be mindful that they have exhausted all tricks. They can't find anything on Gibo. The MEPU is not working because nobody believes them. You also the money on Malpi. Massive. Most of our fleet. Most of us there, my class, okay, most of our fleet. I'm a fit man. And if I have an injury that I suffered, maybe played basketball or volleyball, that's okay. So I don't know why somebody would come waste people's time on a platform and talk about me having a bad leg. That's what you can find to say about a man? Well, I'll tell you what. This election, Micoud South, I want you to look out for any bribes or any offers that will come your way. And I think you know what to do. I will not tell you. You know what to do. So when June 6 comes, les jours arrivés, pas rester là caillou. Mene famille, mene issue, mene grand-maman ou grand-papa ou. You need a mess kakou even pour your bonnet. Get there before them. And don't let them enter your yard and take any member of your family if you know that this person does not support them. And go out there and vote. Go out there and vote. And teach the United Workers' Party once and for all that Micoud South does not belong to them. It belongs to the people of Micoud South. And the people of Micoud South are the ones who will decide. C'est Jean Micoud South qui a décidé. Qui moun qui a assise kay konsit pour représenter you. And so you will make that decision. And no one will cause you to make the mistake. I look forward to you coming out on June the 6th and voting once and for all to shut the mouths of these people who have tried to oppress us and to allow Gibeon Ferdinand, your man, your champion Gibo, to represent you in the Honorable House of Parliament for the St. Lucia Labour Party and for the people of my dear Micoud South. Good night, my friends.
Micoud South, no need to frown. Something new and better is coming to town.
What was
Young
true?
Boss
Hey, hey.
Entertainment.
Gibo, 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 Gibo. Another. Gibo, Labour, 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 Gibo, Labour.
Ko Alan Chasney sorti, ouais c'est jeune moun de Risoa, i ka me di, mwen fache, vie ko ou sorti, pou you WPT kwa pa ka fini. Gibo is a man of the soil, if we stand together then we must stand tall. All for one and one for all, mette glow, elle dit petit kwa for.
Gibo, Labour, Gibo, Labour, Gibo, Labour, Gibo, Labour.
Ko Alan Chasney sorti, ouais c'est jeune moun de
You heard the man. You heard the man. The man of the soil. The man from Micoud South. Pas Jean Van Mene. Pas la mec qui mène. Un homme who grew up in this community. And tonight, you heard him, for some of you, the very first time. And that is why I want you to put your hands together for Brother Gibo one more time. Yes, my brothers and sisters. Some of the things I heard here tonight reminds me of the last election in Soufrière. The very dirty tricks of Alan Chasney are being used right here in Micoud South once again. What can you Chasney? Kay pren yon $100, ma wey un t-shirt ek voye ba ou. Lan yon place, yon ka kouye Château Bel Air en Soufrière. Di bay tout se moun ki la plywood et galvanize. Si men passe ya, moi ale la ka fe house to house. On madame ka bouche mwen, en bakay la. La ni 20 sheet galvanize avec 10 sheet plywood pour 4 l'année, il peut qu'on s'en servi parce qu'il t'est pas sali. Chasney qui débat fermé à la dernière élection. Mais en Soufrière, nous te faisons chanter, nous te dit, we will take your money, we will eat your money, and we will vote you out. Maman Soufrière, tu as changé ça comment? So,
And Micoud South nous dit, we will take your money, we will eat your money, and we will vote you out. That is what you do. There is nothing wrong in taking the money. Take the money and vote him out. Because Chasney does not belong to Micoud South. Chasney is a foreign entity. Chasney doesn't look like you. Chasney doesn't look like the people of Denry South. Chasney does not even look like the people of St. Lucia. That is why he cannot speak patois. And that is very, very important. And don't let Chasney fool you with the color of his skin. Don't let him do that. Because deep in his heart, he doesn't love us. And I know that. I know that because I have worked with him and have fought against him. And I know what Chasney is all about. And you must know him. He is no angel. He is no angel. They want to tell us that we are voodoo. We are in 2016. Nous avons moun mouté en la ligne. Nous avons atomic bomb. Moi ça tout bout là à présent avec order en motocar from Japan right ici avec la journée en décimène. Avec ou ka parler about voodoo toujours avec la Christian qui ka believe en ça. Pièce Christian qui believe en démon avec voodoo avec gagé ou pourquoi un Christian? You are not a Christian as yet. You have to be rebuked for believing that. Because that doesn't exist. And they are using it. And they believe it will work on the minds of people. Young people, the young girls I see there is nothing like voodoo, my dear. If there is any voodoo, somebody come and try it on me. I am making myself a subject. Try it on me. If it is working. Fais-moi mal, fais-moi bail. Mais on croit pour un gauche, moi. Fais-moi bail. The man from the east is there. Yo di moi, moun nan ka mouté against la. Yo way, ek on l'échelle. Avec, il ka chebe l'échelle là, qui ka voye yon ti bay mouté potoa, avec ay déchiré, tout portoué, Brother Philip J. Pierre. Lui qui ka chebe l'échelle là, ou sav, the flambeaux will stop at nothing. They will provoke you. They will intimidate you. They will cause you to get angry. But remain calm. Remain calm, my brothers and sisters. Because that is what they want. They know they cannot win the election. So they want to inject violence in the election to make you scared, to have you, to cause you to stay at your home on election day. But Anwete, too cool, Brother Alvakadi, cool and calm. And so, it gives me great pleasure to bring the man from the east. You can make verbal had mouté against me. Et chaque laissé bon had la mouté. C'est plus zikak qui kabaye en tête. Zikak, zikak, zikak. Brother Philip J. Pierre.
Look at people! My brothers and my sisters, good night. I feel something that only me can feel that thing. You know why? Because I remember coming in that same spot many, many years ago and speaking to only a handful of people. I remember people saying that Micoud is flambeau. I remember them saying that John Compton could send a broomstick. Once it's flambeau, they'll vote for flambeau. But tonight, I am sure that is not true. It will never happen. And on the 6th of June, Gibeon Ferdinand will be the parliamentary representative for Micoud South. And let me tell you why I can say that. I can say that because I know that there are many people, particularly the young people, who want to see a change in St. Lucia. Young people in Micoud South who know they have the ability, they have the capability, and they have the education that can cause them to be able to be the parliamentary rep for Micoud South much more than Alan Chasney. And I know your parents may tell you that you must vote for Daddy Compton. This United Workers' Party is not the party that Compton left. That is a different United Workers' Party. If the United Workers' Party died when Compton died, if it was the same United Workers' Party, you think John Compton's daughter would be running against the United Workers' Party? John Compton's daughter is running against Alan Chasney. So if John Compton's daughter can leave the United Workers' Party and say that the United Workers' Party is not doing the right thing, and she can decide to put up as an independent candidate and run against the UWP and leave the UWP, who are you to stay in the flambeau? Who are you to stay in what John Compton's daughter discarded? So young people, don't let your parents, respect your parents, have love for your parents, but don't let your parents tell you who to vote for. Don't let them tell you which party is John Compton party. You know, you can read, you can Google things, you know the history. So, when you are making your mind to vote, look at yourself and look at Gibeon. Look at a man who is from this area, who was born in this area, who went to school in this area, who played with you, who is a community leader, who is an organizer, who is a teacher, who is an educator, who now is a school principal, who is a churchman, who is a sportsman, who understands your needs, who lives with you, who understands what you want, who can speak your language, who knows what it meant to be living in this area when things were not as they are today. Look at this man. The man who taught your children at school. The man who nurtured your children to be the men and women that they are today. And you young people, look at your teacher and principal and tell me if you can exchange that for a parachute man. A man who landed in Micoud by a parachute. Just like the one who landed in Marshall against me. They come in parachute and they just land. And they believe that because they have a few dollars, because in Chasney's case, he has a few dollars and an accent, he can come and impose himself on Micoud South and say he must be the elected candidate for Micoud South so he can become prime minister. Tell Chasney to move from there. Tell him to move from there. Chasney was in Soufrière. Dalson dealt with him. If Chasney was interested in people, Chasney would run back in Soufrière. But he wants to use you in Micoud South because they say that Micoud is flambeau, and if you put a broomstick, it's voting for flambeau. He wants to use you in Micoud South to become prime minister. Do not let yourself be used. You are proud people. You are an educated people. You are people with a vision. Do not allow any man to come with a parachute and land here and become your leader. Do not let it happen. Stick with your own. Stick with what you know. Stick with ability. No one can tell me that Alan Chasney has more ability than Gibeon Ferdinand. Look at them man to man. Look at them man to man. Look at him and look at Chasney. And tell me who has the most ability. Who can do for you more? Who can do for you more? Who understands you more? Who has lived with you? Who has worked with you? Who will do more for you? Who understands you? Thank you very much, my sisters and my brothers. Thank you very much. You understand it. And in Blanchard, Blanchard has always been the base of the St. Lucia Labour Party. And we are proud of you. Because a lot of people talk, like they were saying that Guy Joseph is a mappy politician. Nobody can beat him. Until I told them that Guy Joseph only won by 120 votes. Because in St. Lucia, they say a lot of things without any facts. They just say things. You know that in that seat, Asim James, after 3 years, 3 terms, you know he only won by 300 and something votes? You know that? So you know, if 150 people change their minds, Gibio is the parliamentary representative for Micoud South. So it's not a big mountain as they want you to believe. They want to put in your minds that is a big mountain. Nobody can win Micoud South. Cassie Elias won it. Give Cassie a round of applause. Cass won it. Nobody can beat Micoud South. When they count in seats, Micoud South, Micoud North. Nobody's looking at the figures. Nobody's looking at the figures. Just say whatever they want. Like that one they call Ubaldas Raymond. Says St. Lucia is a highly taxed nation. I asked him to tell me what percentage of St. Lucia's GDP comes from tax revenue. Up to now, he can't answer me that. I'll ask him again. What percentage of St. Lucia's GDP comes from tax revenue? So, my brothers and sisters, this election, you have a serious choice to make. And you will have all kinds of things. The United Workers' Party is a party of Micoud and Mauvelang. I had to pay somebody to write something about me in the papers this weekend. It's a party of Mauvelang and Micoud. But this party, the St. Lucia Labour Party, has a plan. It has a plan. It's led by a man of integrity. It's led by Kennedy Anthony, who has been the best prime minister St. Lucia has ever had. And it's a team of men and women, dedicated men and women, under one leader, a united party, a party that understands that politics is about service and politics is not about a job. The United Workers' Party believes that politics is a job. So they tell you, Aila ekfeko. Aifeko. That's what it is. But in our party, every man and woman in this country, in this party, does not believe that politics is a job. Politics is not about Aifeko. Politics is not about getting money. Politics is not about paying your mortgage. Politics is about service. Politics is about service to people. Politics is about changing people's lives and building their communities. That's what politics is about, and that's what Gibeon Foylan is all about. I can't speak long tonight, but I'll be here. I'll be back here. Because I want, on the 6th of June, when the votes are counted, I want Gibeon Foylan to be the parliamentary representative for Micoud South. And I am sure that it can happen. Don't let anybody fool you. Look at the margins. It ain't no big margin. It ain't no 500 vote margin. No, nothing so. They want to make you believe psychologically. Micoud. There be Micoud, nobody can win Micoud. Nobody can win Micoud. 300 votes. 300 votes. Nobody can win Micoud. And they were in government. It's not 300 votes in opposition. 300 votes when they were in government. So my brothers, support Gibeon. Do not allow the nonsense, the Micoud, the lies, the propaganda, the $100 in the t-shirts, the nonsense of the United Workers' Party. They have no policies, They have no plans. They want to take out VAT when they know that can't happen. They want to stop hospital fees when we have done that already. Amnesty us, all kind of nonsense that they know will not happen because they want to fool you because they believe that you are gullible. My brothers and sisters, on the 6th of June, you have a date with destiny. The young people of Micoud, you have a date with destiny. You have a date to transform your lives. You have a date with a man who you know him, who is part of you, not a parachute. So my sisters, my brothers, support Gibeon Fuilan and vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party. Good night.
Monsieur Gamoun qui là. Motobout là, avec ligne nan monde qui arrive Jukboga Station. Why. Maman il est bas. Maman il est bas. En rouge. En rouge encore. Let us give Brother Philip JP a big round of applause, my brothers and sisters. The man from the East. But you know what? You see, all of us here tonight, it will be a waste of time if we don't go and vote on the 6th of June. It will be a waste of time for you to come here, leave your home and come here, and for you not to go and vote and encourage the other people around you, your neighbors, your friends, your auntie, your stepfather, your godfather, to go and vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party. So you have a mission, you have a homework to go and canvass and get everybody to go and vote. Let me say something. During the campaign, we used the chant, show me the voting finger, show me the voting finger. No. You see today, that voting finger, cut it. Cut that voting finger because you are voting with a finger. Because there might be somebody, after using the ink, will just want to go on the ballot and place the finger on the ballot paper, thinking that you are voting. You do not vote with the finger. You vote with a pencil. The ballot paper will be different. There will be a picture. In Micoud, you will see a beautiful young man, a black man. And then you will see a man who is a known entity, a man who comes from foreign, a man who has no roots, no grounding, no affiliation to anybody here. Do not put, pas mettre tikwa en l'effigie. Portoué qui est là, pas mettre tikwa en le portoué. Mettez un blank space là qui là. Ça bien simple. Just faire un tikwa.
C'est l'habitude li. Toujours quoi ça kenem.
600,000. 2.8 billion. 22. 2 billion.
Just lie.
25 EC. 30 or 40 euro.
Ikwe moun kuya.
Mama Flambeau!
Mama Flambeau! A poisa in your disip.
Who is going to be my protege?
When I am looking to get investors to come to this country, they don't ask me to speak Creole.
When the political leader sends me and he says, Dominic, go overseas on an assignment, I don't need to be able to speak Creole.
Ebe mili.
50%.
7%.
2%.
6 and 7%.
30%.
2%.
Memba gaila.
You go pun! Major there. Mrekai demo to you.
Zot toulede sa di sa zot vle. Me ou pa kay kene se moun la.
You trickster, you trickster, you little trickster. Oh, yeah. I am a St. Lucian, yeah. That's who I am.
Find that place so sweet, melodies in the heat. Everybody's on the road, we jumping for one goal. To where the soca play, our culture on a display. Everybody say, we vibes a special way. To see the people playing, everybody celebrating. The music sounds so sweet, it's only we who feel it. I'm proud of where I'm from, need you to understand. I am a St. Lucia, no matter how far I go. And I come from the land of sun. Thank God for the Helen of the West, simply beautiful and blessed. Let me see
My brothers, my sisters.
The UWP has only one strategy: attack Kenny, insult Kenny, blame Kenny. They will do it again tomorrow, every day, relentlessly they attack. If somebody bursts their toe, it's Kenny. They have no plans. They offer no hope, no vision. Just attack Kenny. But when they themselves need true leadership, who they depend on?
I depend on you.
Kenny.
No, I need your advice, not his.
Kenny. For those too young to know what is morning shift and afternoon shift, universal secondary education, Kenny Anthony, who took the West Coast Road out of the dark ages and built a modern highway in the Southwest. Kenny. Who increased the bursaries for the poor? Kenny. Who is the one building and rebuilding our hospitals? Kenny. Who fixed up the bodily ill? Kenny. Implemented bursaries for the disabled? Kenny. Cruise ship employment program? Kenny. Over 6,000 jobs through NICE? Kenny. Diversification in agriculture with cocoa and coffee? Kenny. Who's still protecting our bananas? Kenny. Computer labs all over this country. Micoud, Fearful, Soufre, Marshall, Kenny. New administrative complex, Kenny. Scholarships, Kenny. Lighting playing fields, Kenny. Rebuilding schools, Kenny. Home health care for the elderly, Kenny. Bursaries for school books, Kenny. Stabilizing the economy, Kenny. Rebuilding investor confidence, Kenny. New hotels, Kenny. And when the world, not just the Caribbean, but the world needed a champion on climate change, who was the champion from St. Lucia? Kenny. From 16 to 65, Kenny Anthony has been a dedicated leader in this country. Kennedy Anthony. Phenomenal.
Very nice, very nice. My brothers, my sisters, good night to you. I bring you peace. Peace, harmony, love, all of that I bring you. La vie, la twist. This life is strange. Et puis en créole, moi comme dit tout à l'heure, les bagailles doivent le faire, nous avons dit, il twist, la vie twist. Last night, at a public meeting in my constituency, Musa was there, Philip was there, Alba was there. Who would you think appeared on the platform? Carl Daniel. Carl was the UWP candidate against me in the last general election. La vie twist, la vie drôle. Matan, candidate no Joachim, tenure meeting, a constituencies, you swear. Et puis, qui nous quoi qui était à ce plateforme, Mary Polius. It is true that we have lost two of ours. Mangao, Ubaldas. It is true
But never before have so many people who have voted in the past for the United Workers' Party have decided that in this election they are voting for the Labour Party. Why? Why are they leaving the UWP? And why are they coming to the St. Lucia Labour Party? Why? And let's go back. Peace. De la bagay ka fait en politique pays ya. Et puis, nous pas qu'à comprendre l'essence de bagay ça là. I want to go back a little bit. The people of Micoud South, all of you who are here tonight will know that when Compton was the leader of the United Workers' Party, the St. Lucia Labour Party fought the United Workers' Party relentlessly. Why? Because we always felt that the poor people of this country were not getting the protection they deserved. But look at the history. Look at it. Compton died. And it was this Labour Party that made peace with the history of this country. And it was this Labour Party that declared John Compton a national hero. What a twist. La Via, a politic twist. It was this Labour Party that found the funds and put together the monument for John Compton in Constitution Park. La Via twist. It was John Compton that went to the Parliament of St. Lucia and decided, informed the tout pays UWP abay kay établi VAT à cette lycée et kay replacer la taxe et puis VAT. It was John Compton. Stevenson King followed him. Alan Chasney to a cabinet John Compton. Quand on moun gata nou sou télévision, ou pas mêler ça. Non, mais quand on nous de la 79 frère, mais sou dit ça sou ak yo gata nou sou TV. Yo kay quoi c'est moi qui dit ça. Ça on fait ça for bako, hein. My point, Chasney te cabinet là qui prend décision. Jean de jour. Ça Compton te décidé quitter important par le pays, puisqu'ils savent et comprennent ces difficultés qui étaient un pays ça là. Jean de jour. Chasney a dit, ça Compton te fait pas de bon. La via twist. La via drôle. Ça c'est même Chasney qui a monté de son pays ça là. Qui a dit qu'il va suivre. Il va suivre ce John. Mais les deux, il va suivre ce John. Il va regarder si il a croisé toute bagaille. Ce John te debout de peau. La via twist, la via drôle. Et puis, Philippe Pierre touché au point qui sensible. Jodi jou, Ish Sejan, Janine. Oui, faisait pour embrasser flambeau en bas chasteté. Pas flambeau en bas king. Oui, faisait pour embrasser. Maman est là, la vie a twist. Politique là, drôle. Mes questions c'est, pour qui, mon Philippe Pierre, m'a dit, Jodi jou, Madame John Compton, il peut vivre, il y a un pays ça là, mais il n'y a pas qu'à la société, et puis Alan Chasté, et puis UWP en bas Alan Chasté, la vie à twist, la vie à drôle, Pucci, why? I remember. I remember when you see I had to make the changes, the Labour Party had to make the changes in the banana industry. Le m'a regardé ça ici pour expliquer à ces femmes pour qui nous ni pour faire changement à Afrique là. Moi plaider, moi ba explanation. Mais awa, moi pâté ça, fait yo comprendre qui ça qui te fait. Moi te dis yo comme ça, c'est le pays qui te été un pays Caraïbe là, en l'île d'Ivoire qui a produit figue, c'est Saint-Lucie. Puis, nous te fait d'autres changements. Peut-être, yo te quoi, moi, sont regardé. Couillez-moi regardé. Mais c'est flambeau, monter descendre. Monter descendre pays à toute commission, yo te gabaye fama. Kenny, tué, fig. Moi, te senti, il te oued. Mais qui ça qui était un pays nous en besoin? Today, pièce ce pays à dans l'île d'Ivoire, pas qu'à exporter figues. C'est ici, c'est le seul pays à l'île d'Ivoire qui a continué à exporter figues. Si c'est ici, c'est le seul pays qui a exporté figues, eh bien, c'est ici, tu fait un bagaille. Qui te douette, qui te bon. La vie a twist, la vie a drôle. Jodi jou, c'est le gouvernement là-bas qui sauvait la vie figue en pays Salah, à bas ministre, Moses Moussa Jabatis, les noirs qui ça nous détrouvé, en industrie figue, et puis malade. Et puis, c'est Moussa qui travaille à ce Black Sigatoga qui a fait pas mal qu'à continuer à produire figues. Jodi jou, même gouvernement yote dou qui pas aimé femme. L'année, moun nou ka employé à Banais qui ka travaille à soutien femme à Desruisseaux pour bailler travailler yo même pas te saper pour encourager production à ce femme. Oui. Non, pas dit ça. Pas jamais dit ça. Oui, on chaille femme pas qu'à supporter le bas. Magoué, c'est nous qui s'est sauvé. Mais la vie a drôle, la vie a twist. Raison. Savent là où est flambeau, à toi au pouvoir. Là où du bout nice. Assistance ça là, nous ka bailler ces femmes à nous. Takai du bout. la via twist, la via drôle. Ou peut dire quoi? Moi, c'est gardé. Alors, combien de meetings publics? Only one pays, c'est ici. Moi, je want ce monde qui a attendu meeting nous. Moi, je dis quoi? Les caïwives, côté, Alan Chasney, qui voulait gagner l'élection tellement, qui voulait conduire pays ça tellement, il caille debout à sa plateforme avec des gens comme ça, même vat là, comme tente établir, il caille voulait tirer pisse ini pour gagner l'élection. La vie à drôle, la vie à twist. Il fait. Mais I don't bagay. What comedy dit qu'il fait? Just as I said that he would do it, you will begin to see the United Workers' Party crumble, racked by division in the weeks ahead. Dis-moi ça, regardez encore. Mark my words. But why is this election so very important for this country? Look at them. Young children listening to us tonight. Why is this election important to them? What future can we give them? What future can we give the farmers? What future can we give our doctors, teachers, nurses, our civil servants? And you, the citizens of this country, what is the future? I want to start with our children. They always excite me. They always excite me because in their eyes, I know the possibilities of this country. When you see the Labour Party gave them laptops, they did not know, but the Labour Party was preparing them for the future of this country. In the next few years, ou pas qu'à jouer une examination par papier encore, what will happen is that all examinations by CXC would be online. I will retire from politics and know that the children of St. Lucia have been prepared for that day. I know. And I know that I want to prepare this entire population. That is why, in this next term, this government will give laptops not only to Form 3s, but to Forms 1 and 2. But why is this? Pushisa important pour les bas. Oswea, c'est mon nom qui Oliwa, qui kakote meeting sala, c'est Flamboa, qui peut-être ni chewed, qui pas kakachile. Oswea, n'a évité pour comprendre différence là en gouvernement pays sala. M'kadou kosa. It is the Labour Party that is giving your children a future. Listen to the UWP. Listen to Gail Rigobert. When we said that we are giving children laptops, what did she say? There is no need to give children laptops. And my biggest disappointment, la via drôle, la via twist, la ni bagay de toujours. Mate jamais quoi. Moi te kai, Tanner's away ben. Stevenson King, au Premier ministre, kai di pays set lisi, mamay passe à manger laptop. Garçon, où? Ou kai me demande toi ka? Ngai ni pour demander yo pour mettre au dernier meeting là. Bis au kai mette moi à toi ka. Ou savent manière yo aimé mettez moi à toi ka pour bailler ma affaire. But if the children cannot eat laptops, what I know is this, that the laptops is the gateway for these children to reach not only technology, but to be equal to other children everywhere over this world, whether they're in New York, in Paris, in Amsterdam. These are the children I want to invest in. And the Flambeaus, I want you to understand the heart, the soul, the being of the Labour Party. Something else. I watch you struggle with your lives. You come to my office, whether you Flambeau or not, or Labour, you come to my office. And every time CXCs come around, every time, you tell me how hard it is. You don't have money to pay for the exams of your children. No child in this country, pièce timamai, a pays sala, pièce timamai, a Micoud South, pas supposé, pas ça. Attends des examinations. Un pays, c'est ici. Puis maman et puis papa, pas à joindre l'argent pour faire ça possible. Éducation, c'est la clé pour développer le corps. On est pour mettre la clé et puis ouvrir. Because it's a gateway. And you want to understand the heart and soul. The heart and soul. The very same farmers tell me, when the UWP was in office for the last 5 years, what did they do for the farmers of this country? What did they do? What difference did Ezekiel make to you? And I'm not even going to touch fertilizer that you get at heavily subsidized prices. Today, the farmers in this country, they have an act that gives them incentives, just like the tourism industry have an incentives act, just like that. Just like manufacturers have incentives. We equalize it. Nous fait tout farmer à même catégorie que l'autre secteur à pays ça là. Pièce gouvernement, pas jamais fait. Johnny Joe, ouais, farmer, et puis vendre tout partout. Adayo, qu'à joindre ces ventes ça, sans y payer, pièce, excise tax, à sous ces ventes ça là. That's the difference. Nous avons touché la vie. Mais pays ça là, pas ça développer si nous pas d'investissement. Catchy les différences avec parti ça là. We know that the biggest challenge is to bring development to the south of our island. We know that. We know that. And that is why we insist on building the new hotels in the south of the island. Not only because Castries is overcrowded, but because we know we have to bring opportunity for these young children who are standing before me. C'est pour ça, un hôtel neuf. Kay bâti, à deux places, il y a Saboucha, en Soiseille. Hôtel ça, puis hôtel ça, c'est 200 millions US dollars. Et puis, moi, l'idée, c'est jouer qui a fini, il y a tout une terre pour commencer. Ça, c'est différence là. That's the difference. Because we know we have to bring opportunity for you in the south. And that's the difference. But that's not all. Les chasseurs cadeaux courant Il y a plan pour tuer VAT. Malgré dernier pays en Caraïbes, ça là. Dernier pays, ni VAT. En ce pays, nous et boissé en 8 jours. Nous tous assis d'accord pour mettre VAT. Les deux, ils ont fait ça. Et qui voulaient tuer VAT. Il pas cadeau comme ça. Place pour tuer, mais mettre taxe neuf à ce dos. C'est ça y est. Ça qui est. Puis si même disait soulagement, nous cabay, mon pauvre, il pas aimé, il pas voulu. Puis c'est 3 cas pour administrer ces bagages ça là, pour conduire. Mais regardez la différence là. Nous, c'est parti qui a une opportunité en la vie pour nous sortir un pays ça là. Souvent nous pas faire comme nous. Pays ça là, pas qu'à ça c'est nous. And we have to make sure that the people of this country, they get an opportunity to own this country too. C'est pour ça nous avons un programme. Nous avons créé proud. C'est pour ça, jour du jour, nous avons apporté dernier caille, dernier morceau de terre à Bruceville. Nous avons un cantonnement. Talé, nous avons une constituency Moussa. Et puis nous pouvons venir, parce que nous savons, on a des problèmes ici à toi d'Angers. We have to make sure that you own the land in this country. Ni différence là, parti étoile, et puis flambeau. C'est quoi mon nom? C'est quoi mon nom qui a supporté ces flambeaux qui pas qu'à comprendre? Catchez-les bien. Qui laisse, qui fait différence en la vie, maman, qui laisse. Mais moi, de dos, la vie a twist, la vie a dual. Chaste, c'est un monde qui est exceptionnel. Qui est exceptionnel. C'est un homme. Ça a abusé. Ça a abusé. Tradition, religion, pays nous. Si un homme a d'autres, eh bien, remettez-vous différent. Si un homme a d'autres élections, ça a acheté au cassoc. Eh bien, bien qu'on a accordé, il y a donc cassoc. Pour annoncer quoi pour un candidat. On est pour calculer qui calcule l'idée nom salani. As I have said, never in my life that I would have thought I would have seen somebody announcing himself as some kind of high priest before the people of this country in an election time. Mais regardez qui ça qui a fait en bail. Tout candidat là-bas qui a complété. C'est Flambeau qui a interféré. Et puis pour ça, c'est mon qui a fait ça, savent un vieux Fort South, et du Fort South. Pas fait. Don't touch it. I have said to you, don't retaliate. Be peaceful. Melanie only saw that. If you can vandalize simple things like posters, know what will happen to this country. Because the Flambeaus, if they ever get into office, what they will do is to vandalize the country in the same way. You must watch a political party. Là où qu'a fait décision pour vote, ve partia et puis manière partia qu'a conduit koi. Manière qu'a conduit koi, qu'a baou lisson à ce qui manière il qu'a conduit pays. C'est pour ça moi deux autres comme ça. King me vie en un flambeau, et puis on a chanté. Et puis on a chanté. Mon désir vieux flambeau, et puis on a chanté. Mais savent, là on a chanté. Division qui est flambeau, pas qu'à jamais de bout. Puis, yo tout qu'à dépendre à sous Gibo. You must find that strange that I would tell you, Stevenson King, Spider Motut, Sarah Flood, all of them have their hopes on Gibo. They want Gibo to beat Alan Chastney so that one of them could become Prime Minister. I want you to understand now. That is why tonight we want to spread a message that this is no ordinary candidate. Gibo is a special candidate. He is of you. He is from you. And you heard him tonight. He knows your soul. He knows your spirit. Gibo, Jikpe, parler qu'on chasse. Gibo pas même vle di, me fâché. So Gibo is a very special politician. La vie à twist. La vie à doual. La vie à twist. Et puis la vie à doual. Puis sa histoire politique c'est de laisser. C'est pas tout le temps où quand un chef au parti politique perd l'élection. Mais Gibo, ni ambition. Gibo, qui fait histoire. Gibo, qui fait au chef parti étoile là, perd l'élection ici. Mais là, il fait ça. Ce pays, ça là, Gibo, qui a aidé sauver. Quand de là, peut-être Gibo pas comprendre responsabilité qui assume. Mais devant nous, quand il finit tout à l'heure, il y a un cadeau, il y a un cadeau. Mais devant nous, vous pouvez dire tout. Mais expliquez moi ces lycéens qui taxent ou qui mettent à sous doyo savent ou pouvez dire mais ou pouvez dire convle savent tout le temps ou pas jouer un travail pour mettre manger à ce tabou ou pas à vivre. That is why pour partir étoile là important pour nous continuer à chaque manière pour bailler moun plus travail en pays. Si nous baisser, c'est moun qui pas qu'à jouer un travail là. Nous baisser et puis 5%. 5%, nous sommes debout devant. Puis nous savons, nous c'est le gouvernement qui a mis le travail en pays. Ça c'est l'histoire nous. Laissez flamboyer là. Nous t'ai quitté 12% moun pas de travail. En bas, flambeau, il monte 24. En bas les bas, après 4 années, nous baissons et puis 5%. That is why I can give you hope. I can give you hope. I can give the little ones hope. Why? Not only with nice or with a cruise ship, I can give them new hope because this Labour Party is a party that will bring investment in the country because they trust us. Pièce investor qui a venu un pays ça là. Pas à dire, pièce ministre les bas, mandez l'argent avant investment at way. And that's how we will do it. That is why we are all afraid to pledge to you that we will bring down employment from where it is, from 20% to 15%, because we know how to do it. We are the government to create jobs. And we always have a plan. Premier bagay ou di oswe come on, moi accepter. Ou di yon bagay ki bon oswe. To soufou ya ou sorti. Kote soufou ya ou sorti. Kwelans. Au Fosse Jacques. Garçon, moi nous pas dit c'est pas ça, garçon. Moi si we dans son cas nous pas dit c'est pas ça. Quittez là, quittez là. And that is why you need to have confidence in us and confidence in the future. As you think, as you reflect, and nobody has touched him tonight, think about St. James. Think about St. James. And as St. James' contribution to the maneuverings inside the United Workers' Party to make what he thought is a way for Alan Chastney. But you know, life is strange, as I said. Do you know that in these two constituencies of Micoud South and Micoud North, every time the Labour Party is in power, that is time the most work is done in these constituencies. You believe the Labour Party has something against you all? Huh? Kachile un moment. Kachile comme l'argent. Kachile comme l'argent à St. James, joigne en bas ces Taiwanese là. Mouche moi ces projets à St. James fait avec l'argent ça là. Et puis moi pas ouais pour mouche ces projets Labour Party fait à Boison en Micoud South. And I'm asking you for a comparison. Kachile, why is it that our St. James did not use that money from the Taiwanese to make a transformation in Micoud South? Why is it that the Labour Party has to come back to give you a safe and reliable water supply? Each time it is the Labour Party that has to come to your rescue. Why? Life is strange. La vie a twist. Yet, your hearts may be hard. Some of you listening tonight, I'm sure, I don't know, Gibo, moi mausav Gibo. Moi mausav Gibo, me, my Kenyo. Now you know, some of them will say that. But, si moi j'en regardais, mais moi chasse de quand il fait ça, il fait, quand il annonce, quand il tue VAT. Moi je dis autres ça. I told you so. They will tell you that. But you mustn't never be afraid. You have to sit, be patient with them. Tell them how this Labour Party has transformed this country. How this Labour Party is making a difference in the lives of our young people. Tell them that. Remind them that the same Kenny Anthony that they believe is their problem is the same Kenny Anthony that is going to give them a modern hospital in Beaufort. And I'll stop there. These are my last words. Yes! Ou concerné à ce l'hôpital Saint-Jude. C'est moi qui savent. Moi plus concerné par ça. Puis si j'allais pour Saint-Jude quitter le stadium là, il j'allais pour bailler. Ces jeunes moun stadium yo. Oui. Il j'allais. Mais tellement des autres bagailles. You see the people of Micoud South understand that like the people of Beaufort North and Labrie, you are part of the South. Les of les fais out, the force of Gadison. When you fall sick, you go to St. Jude. I say all of that to tell you, I am a man with a mission. This Labour Party understands this. That as long as the Labour Party is in office, the discrimination that exists between the North and the South must end. You deserve a new hospital just like the people in the North deserve a new hospital. Bon, pour ce qu'on fait puis moi, tout ça, moi qu'a fait ba ou. Qu'a fait possible pour joindre à l'hôpital qui neuf. Moi qu'a fait cause flambeau. Moi qu'a fait bêtise cause flambeau. Repair your side l'hôpital là, quitter l'autre side là, et puis même asbestos là. Moi dis non, ça pas doit être. The people of the South deserve better. They deserve a brand new hospital so that they can get the same quality of treatment. Et puis tout ça, Amado, on te patience, on te comprend. Pas moi chasse là pour finir. Ah bego, moi en faveur. Puis moi voulais jouer dans l'hôpital. Qui bon, en l'hôpital côté là pas de différence. En ça qui est là et puis ça qui est castré. Comprenez puis moi, s'il vous plaît. Pas blâmer moi pour ça. Et puis même manière, et moi je veux dire comprendre qu'achille les bas manière les bas travail. Oui. Nous quand mettre en administrative complexe vieux fort. Oui, c'est vieux fort, puis c'est vieux fort qui file. Dernière constituency only one. Elle va payer un différent bail et puis Republic of Labrie, mais savent, les gens là-bas où ils veulent faire ça, c'est vieux fort, ils vont venir. Republic Labrie a pas à vivre sans vieux fort, hein? Vous savez ça, dire? Moussa même savent ça, hein? When we put an administrative complex in Beaufort, the same complex Chastain says that we do not need in the South, that if he get a chance, that he will stop its construction. No, that is for you here in Micoud South too. And it means that you will not have to go to Castries to get your birth records and your documents, because this Labour Party is thinking of you in the South. We want to bring to you what you have been denied for years, what the Flobos never had the vision to give you. And so tonight, I just simply want to tell you, you have a phenomenal man in Gibo, an exceptional candidate. I've watched him over the months. I love his heart, his passion, his commitment. I say to you, those of you whose hearts may be hard, those of you who for years blindly follow the United Workers' Party, who don't think, ask yourself tonight, pourquoi tout ce monde ça a quitté Flambeau et puis vient joindre les bas? Why? Ek mwen ba ou exemple, ek lani pli. Because they know that in the hands of the Labour Party, this country is safe. We are the future of this country. And so tonight, if I ask you to think and think hard, kachile la visa ki tellement drôle là, et puis tellement twist. Gagade autant changement qui ka fait only one nous. Things we never dreamed that would happen are happening. And I will end just as I told you. Think of the Comptons family. Think tonight. Why is it They have rejected the United Workers' Party under the leadership of Alan Chastney. I leave you with that thought. And now, I ask you to go home in peace, with love and understanding in your hearts. But I also want to tell you that you're going to win this election peacefully. And what matters is the ballot box and your vote. But before I go, a little word of advice. At every meeting, I explain it, and the candidates must also explain. La kay ni yon ti changement, en ballot la, papier ballot la, kousa la. I kay pligo. Et puis, se pati a sou ballot la, kay ni deux trois différences. La kay ni portwe se candidate la, et puis symbole pati a. Kon kay we portwe Gibo, et puis étoile la boy. Ou kay we Chastney, et puis flower boy. Bon, merci bon Dieu. Gibo is a far handsome man to Chastney. So when you look at the ballot box, you will see the picture of a handsome looking man. You can't make a mistake. You can't make a mistake. Changer, on y a celle pour mettre ti quoi. Pas mettre ti quoi à sous line. Mettez ti quoi à mi time, maman, s'il vous plaît. Mettez ti quoi à mi time de line. Because we don't want spoil votes. Remember that. And don't be surprised by the ballot box. Just remember, c'est mon qui ni chawad là. C'est mon qui parle supporter jeune petit garçon ça là. Bel petit garçon. Changez, le regardez, portway. Mettez-y quoi, boy, Ibrizin. Good night, God bless, and take care.
Yes, my brothers and sisters. Mama Ileba. Mama Ileba. Put your hands together for the champion Prime Minister. We want you to go home in peace. Go home. Do not allow flambeaux to provoke you. Be cool and calm. On Sunday, we're going to Cul-de-sac, where we're going to be launching Brother Healer.
C'est l'habitude li. Toujours quoi ça kene.
600,000. 2.8 billion. 22. 2 billion.
Just lie.
25 EC. 30 or 40 euro.
Ikwe moun kuya.
Mama Flambo.
I'm so confused by the opposition. The UWP is pure confusion. Their leader bites votes at each convention, and their bubbles, in case you have missed, is too much